You let Jay know?
The what?
Is Jay on his way?
Yeah, he actually texted me.
Okay.
He said,
Okay, cool.
Y'all boys get started. Yes, sir.
I can already hear him say it too. That's funny. Y'all boys get started. Dude, I started saying kid because of him. Every time. Like I'll just be at work and then I'll be like, that's cool, kid. Crazy kid. Or that's crazy, kid. Like I'll just say it.
He got me calling Marvel rivals. Y'all want to play Rivals?
Y'all want to play some Rivals?
I'm like, man. I said, my southern accent only comes up every blue moon. But when I play with him.
Started, yep.
Yeah, Rivals. Y'all ready? Like,
You got me.
Let's see. And we'll put this one up too. Oh, I guess I don't really need that one. I can close that one out. All right. And we'll do, of course, verify. Gotta do some verification. 2 minutes. All right.
Ooh, this is exciting.
Yeah. Sosa hosts 30 or 32. 23 viewer. Let's go, Sosa. So he knows. Nice. There we go. Sosa Ray. All right.
There it is. Nice.
If he joins in. I wonder if I could just invite him into this space. Yo, thank you for that follow. Nah, it's not gonna let me. Told him join any voice lobby. Yo, what the options? What up, Jack Cooper? What up, T-Tox? What's up, It's Free Smoke? How y'all doing? What's up, E? Queen of England? My show 3 of Skill Tree. Hey, what's good, Bender? Or Bend Over, rather. The grenade launcher thing. Yep. Alright. So where you at?
Getting here, boy.
How's Mr. Payne doing?
So
11:35 p.m. for me, so I'm going to get in bed and I'll be back to watch. Hey, appreciate you. Okay. TikTok was acting a little funky. So where you at, bro?
He right here. He just got here.
Oh, okay, there he is.
I gotta
Oh.
turn my camera on. Hold up.
What up, y'all? Hey, thanks for the new follow. I hear you. Yep.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
All right. You in and settled in?
What's up?
We all in.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Stupid darn OBS crash. I think it's my internet, bro. I don't know what's going on.
Probably.
I don't know if it's OBS or the internet. I'm at the point I'm confused.
All right. Now I just gotta make sure I bring you into the windows, and we will be ready to start in just a second.
I gotta have the other stuff up for the news, and so on and so forth. So I got that stirring.
There we go. All right, first
Mr. Payne over there chopping.
we're gonna do Sosa. You know it. Oh. There he is. All right. And then we got to do my co-host.
Gotta retweet this real quick.
Yeah. Get your tweets out, homie.
Share y'all.
Okay. You did Sosa twice.
I know.
Oh.
I had a plan, but the plan did not work.
The life we live.
The plan wasn't planning.
The plan was not planning indeed.
We go whoop, and whoop, and whoop. Always have a plan A, B, C, D, and E.
And F if you really want to be safe.
Right.
Which is pretty much just you saying, it's all good. Oh, man.
All right. Y'all are in my boxes.
Nice.
And then one more thing.
Yeah.
All right. I should have made it see through.
Transparent.
All right.
Y'all ready?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm posting you out right now.
All right, fam. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, I'd like to welcome y'all in. Hey, thanks for that follow. To the first episode of the Broken and the Bold. And I'd like to say, for our first guest, it's Jay Sosa, also going by Sosa. Sosa is more than a gamer. That man is the heart and soul behind his community also known as the Sosa family. It's a vibrant
Let's
community
go.
built on support, positivity, and a shared passion for gaming, music, and entertainment, and all things positive. Y'all can catch Sosa mainly on Kick, but don't forget he also has his Twitch. He posts clips on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, all the above. Y'all can find this dude playing Destiny 2, Mortal Kombat, Fortnite, and Call of Duty. And of course, y'all have seen him play with me and others on some Marvel Rivals, be tearing it up. Sometimes as Venom, sometimes as Squirrel Girl. But you know what? We're not just gonna talk about gameplay today though. This man is one of the best community builders I have ever seen. He is known for engaging with his community. He has a very uplifting presence. He has a couple of dance clips on Instagram. Y'all gotta try and find them, but I seen them.
Oh yeah. I ain't going back there again. That was one time. That was just for one time only, you know. Yeah.
But overall,
the best
thing we could say about Sosa is the supportive environment that he provides. Y'all can catch him streaming Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, usually about 2:30 Eastern, sometimes a little earlier, sometimes a little later. Now, without further ado, if I can let the Mr. Steal Your Girl talk for himself for a second.
Wait, who me?
Yeah, you man.
Because if you've been on Twitter, y'all know somebody got a little in their bag was talking about, this Trey Songz, don't leave your girl around me, Sosa. But
crazy, bro, you know.
But those are just but we are happy to have you here. Some of y'all may know me.
I didn't know I was doing that. You know, that's crazy. No proof for nothing. Just it's crazy.
Nice to meet y'all as well. I am Mr. Pain and Sorrow. I am a military vet, college grad, variety streamer, dad, sex symbol, BBC content. Yeah.
You say sex symbol.
But you know, if you don't know me now, maybe you ain't been on the right sites. But nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Wait, hold on.
And then I also have my co-host, the Masked Madman.
Oh, that's me.
I never knew what this guy looked like without his mask, though.
No, never see it. You'll never probably see it.
Man.
But today we have a couple different things we want to talk about, a couple things to discuss, and there's going to be some fun activities for everybody at the end. Some tier lists and whatnot, but yeah, it's going to be a good time. So what you got to say right out the gate? First thoughts.
First of all, I appreciate y'all putting me up here and y'all doing y'all thing with the podcast and stuff. I was actually excited to do this. I was telling everyone, I'm like, I ain't going to Buffalo Wild Wings today. I got somewhere. But no, I'm
taking Buffalo Wild Wings. Not over us. It's crazy work. I would have B-dubs already.
No. But no, I was very excited for this, and y'all guys doing y'all things with the podcast. Mr. Payne's been doing podcasts for a while though, ever since like I know the first one he actually told me was in like January-ish. And I know he did the Black History one, and I know he did a lot in February though. I think it was like 3 of them at the time. I know you've been really heavy with the podcast game and stuff. I used to do podcasts, but I kind of like stopped or whatever. People was on there. The people were like literally like I was saying, "Oh, I'm gonna come," and then they don't ever come and stuff. So but it just be like that. I say, you know what? I'm not gonna make these flyers and all that stuff. You know, like I'm not about to do it. You know. I'm not about to do it. Absolutely not. But I had like I said, I was doing it for a while. I think I was doing it when I first came here, like my first year, but then I stopped. and it's a good thing. Unfortunately, some of the people I did a podcast with, I ain't cool with them no more. You know what I'm saying? We don't mess with the PDs. If you don't know what the PDs
Brutal
mean,
work. Brutal
we
work.
don't mess with them. So,
Hmm?
but yeah.
Okay. Cool.
PDF files, right?
PDF. Yep. Most it's the Windows apps. Yep. The Windows apps. Okay, cool. So now we got that rolling. Let's get into the first thing that we're gonna do. Just a little trivia for the day. The highest rated movies that came out this month are Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, Star Wars, The OG, Smokey and the Bandit, Mad Max 2, Fifth Element, The Avengers, Spider-Man 2, Mad Max, Slow West, and About a Boy. Those are the highest rated movies of the release in May. And of course, domestic box office for May, obviously Star Wars friggin' took that, so
yep.
Yeah.
That's no surprise. But it also was
do.
The Shining was in second place in Friday the 13th, which also released in May of 1980. So,
which one of you old fossils was alive during 1980?
I wasn't even a thought. I wasn't even a thought. Are you kidding me? Yeah.
The old fossils. Oh,
No.
shoot.
Nope. And in the gaming space, this day in gaming history, 36 years ago, Connect 4 released in 1989.
Okay.
So,
Connect 4 is my game.
Just a little trivia here and there. But, cool. Let's get into the absolute trash can that is the gaming industry with the choices that have been made. First thing we're going to talk about is Power World. So for those that don't know, clearly Nintendo and Power World developers have been in a fight, beefing, and currently the developer of Power World released a statement practically removing features out of the game because of the Nintendo lawsuit. The ongoing lawsuit between the two forced the studio to make changes to its Pokemon-like game, which included, but not limited to, changing the gliding system, which means you can't fly with your pals anymore, because Nintendo apparently has a patent out for that. So instead of just flying with your pals, you're flying with a glider.
Yeah, let me pull that.
And it also has a change that you will remove. It will remove the ability to summon creatures by throwing a Pal Sphere, which is reminiscent of summoning Pokemon with a Pokeball. The studio adds that other changes were made without specifying what they were. Now, this is like, I don't understand the Nintendo mindset of having the ability to patent the fact that you can fly with a creature. So which means no one else can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like, this is some absolute grimy work, and it makes no sense to me. But we all know the history of Nintendo and their just
greedy,
absolute, just not even greedy, it's just their relentlessness when it comes to anything that could possibly look like their game, and they just immediately shut it down.
Yeah.
And I haven't played Power World in a while, but I feel like that kind of robs it from its somewhat original DNA. So it's another thing of friggin' Nintendo, man.
Yeah.
So with that, it's very reminiscent of WB with the shadow of whatever, where you can't do the Nemesis anymore.
The Nemesis system. Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Oh, yeah. I remember that, the WB situation.
Yeah, when all these games start suing and they're saying they have control over this aspect or that aspect, you eventually only going to be able to play from one company. Because what if Call of Duty says we're the only ones who can use real bullet physics? And if they sue for that, then if they sue and win, then you can't have any other game that shoots guns with those type of bullet physics. You would only be able to shoot like lasers or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
it's I never understood. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying that was I was thinking of the situation when they was having the issues with what was it, Injustice, and they was because the time they was trying to figure out what game they were trying to do between Injustice and Mortal Kombat, and they had to choose between which one they wanted to work on for, but they chose to do Mortal Kombat before Injustice, because they said that it was working on Justice for like a long time and stuff, and it's still getting worked on, but there is always a delay when it comes to them games anyway. Stuff like people start to like split up in the office and trying to get, like you said, like the whole suit and stuff, because they was going through something like that. Like I remember it was like it was like maybe like sometime like last year when they stopped talking about that, because Injustice 3 post have been dropped out, but they said they wanted to focus on Mortal Kombat since everybody been waiting on that, because they've been showing a lot of more like sneak peeks on like MK and stuff. So I was like, well, but to be honest, and me, I would have preferred them to drop Injustice 3 out, because this Mortal Kombat right here, I don't like the whole tag team.
A lot of people did.
Stuff.
A lot of people did.
Yeah.
I
feel like they didn't take that time with this Mortal Kombat. It was like, oh, here you go.
Yeah, no, Mortal Kombat 1 was rushed. I did like the story for it, but it was definitely rushed. But like going back to the whole patenting a game feature, like you said, it's just you can't, like, even with WB, like you said, like they haven't used the Nemesis system since Shadow of War.
Yeah.
And that game came out almost 10 years ago? 7 years ago?
Yeah, it's about at that now.
7, and now that they closed it down, was it Monolith? They said they're not going to do it anymore. It's just going to sit there until 2036. That's a waste.
It's going to sit there unless somebody pays enough money to use that system.
Exactly. And it's like, it's ridiculous, because supposedly the Wonder Woman game that got canceled was supposed to have that Nemesis system, but to me it makes no sense, because like Wonder Woman's cool, but does she really have the aspects to have a Nemesis system? Because I don't think her rogues gallery is like all that, and it doesn't make sense to have it in that game.
With Wonder Woman,
to me, it would make sense. It would make sense if they had it in a Punisher game or some kind of game like an anti-hero game, because a lot of the big superheroes, they have like a villain or a couple villains that honestly, a Batman game would work better with the Nemesis system.
I think with Wonder Woman, though, you can make Wonder Woman work, because then you just basically are stealing from like the God of War series, because she has all the Greek mythology to pull from, and then
that is also true.
Copy off of that, and her big rivals Hades and everything. So
actually Ares.
Or Ares, you're right.
Her and Ares be beefing all the time.
Yeah. And I'm like, you could make it work that way, with her beefing with different gods and whatnot. And then same God of War thing where she beats a god, she gets their item or whatever. Or
and if she ends up getting beaten, she ends up losing like aspects of it, and time goes by, Yeah.
So it's possible.
But it's possible, but it's very difficult, because like they have, because I feel like the Nemesis system works only with heroes that can kill.
Yeah.
Because then there's no real, because like you beat them up, but like the whole draw of Shadow of War was you killed an orc, and then out of nowhere he'll just come back from the dead, like completely almost like zombified more than he is, and he was like, "You killed me. It's a wrap. I'm stronger now." And he can come back up to 3 times and just be an absolute behemoth. So there's layers to that system, and the fact that they patented it is the dumbest thing in the world for no one else to use. It was a waste of time. Same thing with this, because like I played Power World. It's cool. It's fun. It's a great world builder with Pokemon aspects ish, but to patent the ability to fly on your PAL or it to be patented is ridiculous. Like, you telling me, because that means, because if you're going to play off that game, that means the new Doom can't have you riding a dragon.
Yeah.
Because that's practically the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So any game that has any kind of like traversal with animals technically can't be done because now Parallel can't. And it's so dumb.
Because then you got to wonder where the line's drawn. So you play a lot of Mortal Kombat. So Mortal Kombat has the whole finish 'em or whatever, right? So I can't think of another fighting game that has that type of style. But I believe they did patent the X-ray. So
did they really?
I think so.
Yeah, they well, it's another game. The only game I know that's kind of like close to like finisher that I won't ever play again because I'm not about that life is Instant Killer.
Oh,
you can
Killer
do all,
Instinct.
like all those combos. Yeah, all those combos at one time or something.
Killer Instinct.
Yeah, like yeah, you talking about you got to remember 20 buttons. I barely can remember all them buttons in Mortal Kombat. I'm gonna be real. Yeah, you gotta have some great brain muscles with Killer Instinct. Somebody was like, I challenge you to, and I played it, and it was like, it's not like Mortal Kombat when you do the up, down, side, whatever. You gotta start with B, back, then A, backwards, sideways, all that. I'm like, bro, what is going on? And I know what made me want to try that, I was on TikTok, and there was a guy, he was really good at the game, and he did this like 80 combo.
80,
and I'm like, 80
yeah.
combo? I was like, bro, that is unreal.
Mortal Kombat combos are foul work.
Yeah, like that's unreal. The most you getting off of a combo on like Mortal Kombat is maybe like 27 or 28 or 30 at the most. You're not getting no 80 because like you can juggle them like 3 times in the air and counter off that, but 80 off of instant is crazy.
Yeah, and Killer Instinct,
that's stupid.
Like you just gotta get good.
No, that's a get good game. No,
you can just continuously keep getting hit. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I don't want to be in the air for like 15 minutes.
I just put the controller down and just call it, dog.
There's some people that are like so good at it. Like if they start a combo, you might as well just put the controller down. Like that's
you're not getting nowhere.
Yeah.
See, people used to play that in the arcade when you had to spend money to play.
For real. The 2 buttons and the joystick. Yeah. Okay, but keeping in line with Nintendo just being freaking stupid. Nintendo warns players that it may brick Switch systems who bypass, modify, decrypt, defeat, tamper with their games and services. So which means if you practically jailbreak the Switch 2, there's a chance that they'll just break your whole console and you will not be able to use it.
How you feel about that one, Sosa?
Wait, that's a thing? Jailbreaking the Switch?
Yes. People have, dude, every console has been jailbroken.
I jailbroke my Switch.
I jailbroke my 360 back in the day.
Yeah.
So what that supposed to do? Like,
it pretty much means like you can like do third-party apps or like you don't.
Oh yeah, just like the Fire Stick. Like
exactly. Think about that, but like a console. So
they
pretty
nerfed
much
that down. They nerfed that down to the max now. You can't even put that on the Fire Stick.
And
I try to get like Bumblebee TV. You can't even do that no more. It used to be my go to be watching stuff, but yeah, I think that's crazy though. I think that's a little wild, like breaking the whole console.
Yeah, yes, the whole console. Like the thing is, like they didn't even come out. They didn't even come out and said it. It was in their user agreement. So if you didn't even read it and you did that, you wouldn't even know.
Yeah, you wasted a lot. I was just talking about the Nintendo Switch because I don't know nothing about Nintendo Switches. And I was telling the guy that how much they is. We looked them up. They're like 500, and it was like telling me all the new stuff.
It's freaking 8.
Yeah, they say it's 1080p and the frames. They put up on the frames and stuff. Like it
is a portable PS4.
Yeah, that's
and
what
they have the nerve to charge like it's they got. Listen, Nintendo. I ain't gonna hold you. I've never been a big Nintendo person because I grew up with Sega first. So they always had, like, my first console was the Genesis, and it was Sonic. That was my first ever video game I ever played. And Nintendo had some good games, but I mean, I get the nostalgia factor behind it, but the fact that they came out with the Switch 2 and priced it at what, almost $700, $800, and then went with $90 base games is a most egregious thing. Nintendo, I'll be honest, they don't make games that are worth $90. Their games maybe are $50 to $60. There's no way in the world that you can sit here and justify
what up, Chris?
That Mario, what's up? The new Mario Kart is worth $90 base game. There's no way. And then people were like, well, it's open world. What? That's it? It's open world and you bump the price up by $30 friggin' dollars?
$90.
Are you out of your mind? Like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. And then there's people that are just like, well, I mean, who cares? If you can't buy it, then if you're just broke, just say that. It's not about being broke.
Yeah.
It's about the dangerous precedent Microsoft already proved that. The moment the Switch 2, a week later, Xbox comes out and says, hey, we raising the price on all our consoles and all our games.
Yep.
They were talking about that in my channel today.
My thing on that is, so it's fine if they make it so that console can never go back online and they can't play online games with anybody. I'm cool.
But you have to be online.
But yeah, you would have to be online. What Nintendo's doing is it's completely bricking it, so you can't do anything.
You cannot use it no more.
You can turn it on and use it as a light. That's all you can do.
And a glorified paperweight.
Yeah,
if you're lucky.
Crazy.
Yeah, and it's like
it's already $500.
But see, the other thing is a lot of people mod their Switch to fix the stick drift. The stick drift has been an issue since the Switch originally came out, the OG Switch, and they never fixed it. And people found ways that you could download something to fix that stick drift. Dang, I can't talk. Or they would do whatever other modification. Now all of that would be a red flag, and it would turn your system into basically a paperweight.
Yeah. So instead of having to buy a $60 freaking new controller because the parts they use are garbage, you can't do that. You cannot do self-help on your console no more. So, and it's so dumb. And then it's like the thing they said, they were like, oh well, you know, we have to increase the prices because of the tariffs. Let me tell you something. It ain't about the tariffs, dog. Because if that's the case, why are the codes, like the online store to download the games, $90?
Yep.
Last I checked, those are not physical copies.
Not sending nothing
and
out.
Then they even if you buy the cartridge, it's a freaking code to download it off the store. So the game ain't even in the damn cartridge. The
game's not
anymore.
On the cartridge.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about, tariffs, bro? Not if production is so damn expensive, then don't do it. If it's so, because the online people buy stuff online all the time, then price it fairly. There's no reason that a zero production cost on a license, now mind you don't own the game, it's a license for $90 base title. And then they came out and re-released what was it, the Zelda game for $90 for the Switch.
Wind Waker, I think.
Yeah, no, not Wind Waker. It was the newer ones, the open world ones.
Tears of the Kingdom and whatever.
The first one.
Yeah, I can't think.
Yeah, but they're re-releasing those for the Switch 2 for $90 with barely any upgrades. But it's 60 frames now. Dude, $90 for 60. No, that's fucking dumb, and I don't respect that. People will kind of let that slide a lot because it's quote unquote Nintendo, and they have this bozo brain idea that they have brand loyalty, or they just gotta go with it because they like Nintendo. That's stupid. Because this is gonna cause issues where now $90 is gonna be the base for a broken, unfinished, and a borderline terrible game.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this is going to cause. And people are just going to be like, well, if you just broke, just say that. No, it's not about being broke. It's about having standards and holding these fucking people accountable. And that's not what they're doing. They know that they can get away with this because their fans are fucking drones. And
I wanted to say
pisses me
something.
off.
I wanted to say something because we was in the channel today, and they were telling me like normally Nintendo, because I don't know nothing about Nintendo Switch. Somebody said normally it's like always been like $60, and they was like a lot of fans are like are raging because they're trying to give games like starting like $80 to $90.
Yeah.
And as an Xbox person, we like, oh, that's normal because a DLC is about that, but they're just saying that's just the standard base. I'm like, wait a second.
The deluxe is 100.
Okay.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Bro, if a deluxe is okay, if the standard base is 90 and then the deluxe is like 100, and then like I just imagine with the gold tier and like how they got the different tiers and stuff.
Yeah. It's like you got like digital deluxe and you got like the ultimate deluxe or whatever crap they got going on. Yeah.
Like that's
it's dumb. It's stupid.
Yeah.
So
like,
that's fine because all the people are gonna buy this freaking $800 console and $90 games, and then it's gonna mess it up for everybody else.
Just be like, I just brought the new console, but I only can get one game. I spent
Exactly.
$500, so you talking about get another game, and it's like $80. You're like, I'm about to pay $580 just to play one game.
You're dropping almost $1,000 because you probably have to get another controller, and you probably got to get the stand. So at that point, At that point, freaking here. Let me tell you something.
Oh, I forgot about the control.
Listen, $800 or $700 will get you this. This is an ROG Ally. It is a handheld PC game. I got Steam, I got Game Pass, I got Epic, I got everything on this little thing right here for $800, and it runs games great. Now I gotta lower it to 900p, but I can still do it. It's great. So how the can you sit here and tell me that you got $800 and I can only play Nintendo game, and if I change something because you couldn't get something right in the console space because of stick drift, because it's a freaking code for some reason, you bricked my shit, so now I have to drop another $800? Like, no. Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's still gonna go down. It's gonna probably go really bad if that's the case, though.
I've only seen it happen one time where the consumers rose up against the company, and it was against PlayStation. When the PS3 first came out, they was trying to charge
$600.
Yeah,
$600,
and everybody said fuck that, and they banded together, and nobody bought that shit. So PlayStation had to lower the price, but that's on PlayStation. I can't say that the Nintendo fan base would do that.
It's not. Because scalpers already got it.
Yeah.
So we're cooked, dude. But it's fine though. It's fine though, because to me, I haven't bought, because I know the three companies that are gonna do it. It's gonna be Sony, Microsoft, and Ubisoft, which, granted how Ubisoft is doing, they might not be around for long, but regardless. I can live without buying another Sony game. I can live without playing another Xbox title, like a specific title, because indie games are cooking right now. So I can drop $30, $40, $50 and get a full-fledged game that works, that runs good, and is a great story because someone was like, you know what, I'm tired of these corpos making slop. I'm gonna make my own. And they came out and killed it, which actually segues perfect to our next topic, is Claire Obscure absolutely decimating all expectations. Because, since Square Enix, I don't know if you guys know, they pretty much said that modern engines and games don't like turn-based games. So that's why Final Fantasy deviated from the turn-based setting. Now, let's look at the chart for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It had a 40,000 all-time peak 4 months ago. with 3,000 players right now. Now, Final Fantasy VII is a pretty well-respected title, and a lot of people love that game. So, the fact that it only peaked at 40 is not it. And granted, this did come out on consoles before, but that doesn't always mean anything, because there's games that have come out on consoles and killed it on PC. A lot of them were PlayStation titles, like Spider-Man, God of War, all that stuff. But if people don't mess with it, how can you explain 145,000 all-time peak 13 years ago with 79,000 players right now? The game is killing it right now. They had a week ago, after the game, they said they had 2 million units sold. So
I'm not sure. It sounds about right though.
Yeah.
it's and this was made by 33 people that left Ubisoft, former Ubisoft devs, and the dude came out and said that he was so bored at Ubisoft because they were not making good games that he dipped and just got some people that were like-minded and made this game, because he knew that Ubisoft, if he pitched this, it would not be the same game, it would not be the same story, and it would have took almost 10 years to make. This was a 4-year project, 6-year project, and it's killing right now. So, to me, and this is a $40 game, mind you. So, going back to where the smaller companies of 30, 40 people are completely dog washing these big corpos of like thousands of employees, it should be a wake up call, because it's not it, bro. It's not it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not starting for content, because if more developers like this exist, I'm good. I don't have to drop $90 base game. So I'm Gucci. Same thing with the Elder Scrolls. It is a old ass game, and sold. They had 216,000 people play, all time peak, with 49,000 players right now. $40 base game, and that is with all the DLC that it came out with back in the day. So what's the issue here? I don't understand. Like, y'all telling me that production is hot, production's up, and not many people are playing your games because they're not good. People are releasing 10-year-old games or newer games that are smaller by a handful of people and are getting 216,000 people based off of all-time peak. And then 49 are playing it right now. It's a single-player game.
Thanks for that follow. So it's got to be they're just not making the games as good as they used to be.
No, they definitely don't. They 100% don't.
Yeah.
Like, that's the reason I feel like retro games still do really well on like platforms and whatnot. And it's because it's a game that it works, and the bugs you had to deal with back then, it wasn't anything like major. It would be
it was actually hilarious.
It'd be glitches and things here and there. But the bugs you have now are like game breaking bugs that, like, sometimes for me, it makes me not pick the game up ever again. So like, I was loving Assassin's Creed Shadows. I was like all over it. And then I hit a game breaking bug where I couldn't complete a mission. And then you submit a ticket like, hey man, like I can't do the mission. And they're like, well, Ubisoft is looking into it. We'll get back to you when we can. And it's been months. And they're like, well, we're still trying to figure it out. But the fix right now is to start the game completely over and speed run till you get to that quest, and then just do the quest, and then you're good to go from there. And I'm like, bro, that's not a fix. Like, why is this the official fix for a game of this like level? Like, you guys have a lot of money. Like, it don't make sense, but it is what it is on that.
They don't know when to fix that. That's what's going on with Dead by Daylight right now. There's a whole glitch going on.
What's that glitch?
What's that one?
I think it's like something with the blood way up points. You can't spend all your points.
So
currency glitch, of course.
Yeah. I was like, ain't that like the main how you level up your character?
Yeah.
So you can't level up your character? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Yeah, so I don't know what's going
See,
on.
no, man. That's
Crazy.
but
And then you submit it to Dead by Daylight. You talking to a robot, and you're like, bro, like the robot, they don't even understand what you're saying. They're like, it was like, which area code you're talking about? And they got like 10 of them. I'm like, bro, what? Like, it's just weird right now. So I don't know.
One second.
That would get annoying real fast.
Now we're gonna get into the real meat and potatoes. Bungie got caught plagiarizing again in their new marathon game. They took art from somebody from 2017, and the game started production in 2018. Now, they used artwork that had like this retro aspect to it, and they came out admitted to using artwork without permission in Marathon's alpha test. They committed to removing disputed art and improving the review process to prevent future issues. Independent artists and Trio felt validated by evidence of plagiarism, but chose not to pursue legal action against Bungie. Now, let's pull those up, shall we? Hold on.
So Bungie is behind Destiny right now, and you said also Marathon.
Yeah.
And to me, they ain't really been the same since they let Halo go. But
nope, they have not. They have lost their way.
Like, Destiny, man. But then they got sued a lot of time for the last like 3 years. Like I know somebody was suing for like $1 million. Then they got sued again for another million. Like they just been getting sued like all together,
left and right. Yeah.
And I'm looking like you would thought when they
Thanks
like
for that follow.
Were they like $1 million? What they're a millionaire or a billionaire company?
They should be a billionaire.
They were billion. They used to. But,
I'm about to say
since they got in trouble.
Microsoft paid them a lot of money.
Yeah,
or I was talking about for buying the Halo franchise from them to give it to what used to be 343, and now it's what's it? Is it just Halo Studios now or some crap?
343. Yep.
Yeah, but
and that server still act up. Still got all that money and they can't get no VPN, all that stuff. Right? I'm like, bro, like the same thing with Call of Duty too. I'm like, y'all are like
as cheap as possible. Call of Duty makes me sick. How much money they make?
Yes,
for no reason.
Bro, y'all need to make our own like person that just fixes bugs and like they got everyone in one office. What are you doing over here? I'm doing over here trying to fix this shotgun. You know what I'm saying? And this guy going through the wall. Like they all beside each other. They need to be separated. Because I think somebody showed how Bungie do it. They got, like, they're all in one office.
All right.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the amount of money Call of Duty spent allegedly to try and stop all the cheating and all that extra bugs.
It did friggin' nothing.
I am of a firm mind that they pocketed that money and they just said they was trying to find it. I think they know people be cheating and they want people cheating. Just because I forget how many Call of Duty players there are right now, but at least half of them buy that expensive ass battle pass every time it comes out, and that the expensive one is like $30. So if you do $30, this is after the game's out now. $30 every season per player that buys that, and we'll assume it's half. We're talking what, at least a couple $100 million per season they make extra. So like, there's no reason for them to still be having these issues. Call of Duty makes more money than some countries, and they can't fix a cheating.
They can't fix a cheat. But here we have the plagiarized aspects of the game. So the art from this guy, Anti-Real, he posted these from the alpha test. So this is his right here. This is his artwork right here. And as you can see, they took this bottom piece and put it on the guns verbatim.
Yeah.
Nothing was changed. They literally, the whole joke of like, hey, make sure to change some things when you copy my homework. They didn't do that.
Nah,
they turned in the same paperwork. They did this one, and then they did this one. They took They literally took this dude's chart on the bottom right here. That's his little insignia right here.
Yeah.
That's the hammer part. And they just flipped it and made it yellow. That's literally his insignia. The artist's insignia.
I see you, Prince.
Yeah.
So
That
they like this whole thing is just sitting on a gun. And they made it sound like it was theirs. So like, this y'all make billions of dollars.
That's crazy.
And this is not the first time they got caught doing this stupid shit anyway. So, to me, like, because the first thing that was already a problem was when they were saying, like, oh, production costs are so high to make DLC that we just, we can't do it. But yet their CEO, which come to find out was not okay with anybody, was buying vintage cars.
Mm-hmm.
While their company was struggling. So not to mention, and now you pull this, where this isn't the first time you got caught plagiarizing someone else's work. You blatantly just do it and thought that no one would notice on the side of a gun. So don't tell me this was an accident. You knew you knew.
It's such an easy thing to me to just design something like that. Especially something original where it's not like when someone contracts out to you and they want it designed a certain way and you have to follow their guidelines. You have to bring their vision into reality. Yeah. This is your product. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. Just like, I don't even want to say you have to pay somebody. If somebody is working for a company that's designing these guns and things, odds are they could have came up with some designs to add some color to it. There's no way I can imagine someone. Well, I was able to figure out these angles. I was able to figure out these projectiles. I could figure all this out, but I couldn't figure out a color palette. Like, nah, I can't go for that.
No.
Like somebody was being lazy and somebody was cheating and somebody just thought they could get away with it because they're so big. But I'm glad they got sued.
They didn't actually.
They didn't get sued?
Nope. The artist did not. It says that he did not go for legal action.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, because he figured, because once people know about it, he don't got nothing. Because now people are pissed. Because once you get certain people pissed off enough, and your profits are now at line, they'll change it. Because the game is already kind of dead on arrival as it is. Nobody freaking likes this. Nobody wants to play this fucking game.
That reminds me when Anthem came out and that game flunked faster.
Man.
Dude.
That was like the new Destiny on it. Man. That game. Oof.
Thanks for that follow.
Dude, Anthem was such a joke, dude.
When I first saw Anthem, I was like, oh man, it's an Iron Man simulator. And like coming in with the hostile host, appreciate you. I was like, dude, I can't wait to play some freaking Anthem. I was hyped. I was like, oh, you can have your friends with you. We could fly around and do a bunch of this and that. This is about to be fun as hell. Man, I loaded in. I was like, where are the people at from the trailer? Half of them was missing. And then they was like, you could only choose one of the suits at a time or whatever. And I was like, what the that was like the main reason I wanted to play was all the different suits. I wanted to play different things. I'm like, oh my god!
They was already talking about like 50% sales in the first month. Remind me of that Call of Duty game, Vanguard. That game flunked.
That game sucked.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't buy that, John. Oh my god!
You brought that game, dude.
The gameplay, I was like, this is not it. And they was already like, it went from like $70 to like $35. Like they was really trying to get that money back.
No, it was it was bad. But yeah, no, like I said, this game is dead on arrival because nobody wanted it. Like, I don't understand where. I don't know if y'all know, but you guys know extraction shooters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Tarkov and all that stuff. When did this become a trend to chase? because for some reason over the last year and a half, extraction shooters have just skyrocketed for no reason. Because Tarkov had already come out in like 2019, 2018 of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
You know
And
that dinosaur game, right?
no, Escape from Tarkov is it's a military extraction game that hits.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's like, but for some reason, like you have Grey War or the Gray Zone.
Gray Zone.
You have
Yeah.
Marathon now. You have the one that's made by ex Bungie devs. Again, it's what's the word I'm thinking? What's the game? It's a third person one. It was supposed to Arc Raiders. That's an extraction shooter. Like it's like when did the industry decide that this was the way to go? Because extraction shooters aren't as popular as it is. It's a niche market.
Yeah.
People don't like the general populace does not mess with extraction shooters. And the people that do are hardcore fans of one game.
What's up to this?
One game. And that is Escape from Tarkov. So the fact that Bungie decided to do this and think that people were gonna like it, why? No one asked for this shit. Y'all are Bungie guys or Bungie developers. You have because now this is gonna be worse than Concord. I know it is. This is gonna flop harder than Concord.
It's gonna be hard to be worse than Concord. It's gonna be hard. Concord only lasted like 2 weeks.
A week. Yeah, that's true. But this game, dude, this game's alpha had singular digit of 1,000. That's ass. And now,
how much did Concords have? Do you know?
Oh, not that many either. But it was still, I think it was like a couple thousand as well. But it was like 12, 15,000. But still.
So do you know about Concord?
Mm-mm.
So Concord was supposed to be a PlayStation exclusive game that came out, and if it came out on Friday, here, let me look at a calendar real quick. So last Friday was the May 9th. If it came out May 9th, there was plans about removing it, I'll say May 14th, which would have been Wednesday, and then May 16th, which was yesterday, they took it off the market and they was offering mass refunds.
What the heck? That reminds me of what did PlayStation do that time where they was bringing like the games that you couldn't buy? It's like them older games, and they was allowing people to buy them on PlayStation. When they had that issue, I forgot what it was called.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It was something. It reminds me of that issue. And then they like that we can't buy it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, it straight up lasted like a week, and they gave refunds out, pulled it off the shelves, and everything. Like it was terrible.
It had a peak player base of 20,000 people.
No.
There's no way that it was like 200 million to make that game.
They said if you could find a physical copy of it and you hold on to it for about 20 years, it might be worth some money. That's how they did like the ET game and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
The ET game had a bunch of massive recalls and
like landfills and crap.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's buried in a landfill somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah.
I know. I don't know if they still do it. I haven't been in there in a while. I know. I be laughing because GameStop still sell like the discs and stuff. I was like, discs. I said I'm pretty sure there's people that like be buying discs because they feel they're gonna be valuable in the future. But I think you can't even like do digital games anymore. At one point they was allowing you go in there and do buy digital games.
Mm-hmm.
I think they don't allow you to do that no more because I think it was like one time it was Mortal Kombat, the last one. It had first dropped and I was trying to get it. And they had stopped like doing digitals or something. It's like some places do them or whatever. But I don't know. Like I say, this is really valuable nowadays. But I don't know if they still do them now.
There's still a few, but there's going to be a lot of people who are going to start wanting discs and cartridges again because of the bullshit Nintendo pulled, where they so they originally said if you bought your games digitally, like you own them, blah blah blah. But when they came out with their new update, they removed all the games off of that digital front. So if you didn't have your stuff downloaded, like it's just gone. And
that's
so they saying
that's like man for 100 something deluxe, and then you go on your Xbox, you're like, what the frick?
It's just gone.
Yeah, because Steam had to come out a couple like weeks ago because they had to practically say like, hey, the digital games that you buy, you don't technically own. You own a patent or a what's it called, a license to play that game. So that means if the game just if the developers are like, yeah, just remove it, guess what? You can't play it no more.
They did that with Mortal Kombat XL for Xbox. They had it for the digital, but they took it off the market. They took it off the store. Like you can't buy it now. You can only buy you can probably buy find a hard disk copy. Because I remember I was like, yeah, but they did that with I don't know why, but you can buy it digital, like in Steam and stuff. Cause that's what I did. Cause I was like, darn, this was a good game. Cause I had the disc, but I was like, I don't like discs and stuff. That was the only game, but I brought like the whole DLC. And I went on the Xbox store. They took it off the market, and I was like, that's kind of strange though. But that's the only Mortal Kombat game they did that. I don't know why they removed it from Microsoft, but yeah, it was kind of weird.
Yeah, there's a whole campaign right now trying to make sure that when they do sell a disc or a physical copy of a game,
be on it, and not just the code to download it off the store.
Because it's not technically fair that when you buy something, like they could just take it away from you at any time. Because then it's like, why would anybody buy it this way if they knew that you were going to do this?
That's what happened with actually Doom, the new one. A lot of pre-orders got canceled because it came out that the physical copy is just a code for the store. It doesn't even have the physical game in the disc. So so
that's wasting your money for all that. Just imagine all those games y'all bro, and then somebody's like, you know what, I'm gonna push the button on these brothers. And
sound like Destiny.
Oh my god, Destiny, bro. They just greedy, bro. They know what they doing. That's why they didn't do the save progression bull crap.
So if you still had a physical copy of Destiny 2 and you could play it offline, you would still be able to play all the content that came out with Destiny 2. But because they went the whole digital only, when they did their little revamp thing, they got rid of like a bunch of the stories and stuff, and you can't go back and play that stuff. You can only play what they allow you to play.
Yeah, they got a
lot of people that are upset about that.
Yeah, because they had to like the Thunder, what was it, that exotic gun called the Thunderlord? You couldn't even get that, like, because they took that quest away from Destiny, and then they brought it back as a random drop. And I'm like, you got all these people doing this weird stuff just to get this gun, and you're not really telling them what to do. Like the DLC for Destiny, I don't see nothing like that wows me. It's like, okay, you get a new gun every season, is a new exotic gun or whatever, and but I don't really see nothing very exciting. Like, they have a good story, don't get me wrong, they have good stories, but like I'll be looking at more and more content what to do. My thing is, the thing I didn't like about Destiny is they focus on PvE people. They don't really focus on PvP. It was like, well, Destiny's not a PvP game, but I'm like, but that's the majority
of isn't
your
it though?
money is it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they don't. Okay, when I say PvP, I'm thinking about like
Crucible.
Like, they don't do a lot of more stuff for the PvE side. You know, it's more raids and strike, that's PvE, but you know, they don't really do nothing for PvP. But you know what the funny thing is, they get all that money for the big time content creators that's on YouTube, and you know what I'm saying, like King and all of them, and Rick Cactus and Hound. Like, most of them like play PvE, play PvP and stuff more Jordan, like, you know, like, so I just think they one-sided when it comes to that, and that always been a thing. So
yeah,
but Destiny's just greedy right now. I'm just like,
shocking.
Greedy as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll learn eventually. But speaking of greed, and also companies that just don't make freaking great decisions, the conference call to the shareholders with Ubisoft came out yesterday, and it was an absolute dumpster fire. They had to come out and practically say that Shadows failed them. That game was supposed to revive them and keep them afloat, and it didn't. They 2 months ago, Ubisoft launched another quadruple A game. Mind you, they said that about Skull and Bones.
Ugh.
Where did that go? The CEO himself called make or break for the company. Now, within 3 days, Ubisoft proudly announced 3 million players. Now, players is not the same as units sold. Let's get that out the way. This whole manipulative, like corporate speak on how. No, we're not doing this. So, UB Shills celebrated, declaring their God's greatest gift to mankind has shattered all gaming records. You can look it up. On Google, it's always talking about how the game did super well. The company's great doing this. 2 months later, they get the call. PS5 only sold 1.7 million copies in 2 months. It took them 2 months to reach that. On PC, 367,000 copies sold on Steam the first 2 weeks. And that's it. On Xbox, there's no exact numbers, but we'll just assume that's the same amount as PC. That brings a total of 2.4 million copies sold across all platforms. Ghost of Tsushima sold that many copies in 3 days. Even Assassin's Creed 1, the first one, sold 2.5 million copies in its first month, not 2. So, the fact that people are saying this game sold like crazy, it did. Because in the conference call with their shareholders, one of the guys asked, so how many units sold? And he goes, we don't discuss the amount of units sold, which you don't say that if the game sold. You don't say, you'd have been like, oh yeah, no, the game sold like 3 million copies in like the first month or first week. Clear Obscure sold 1 million copies in 2 days, 3 days, or in a week. So so it's Ubisoft and their stock dropped to like $3 a share. It's so bad. It's so freaking bad.
But see, I wonder how much of an effect it will have because they already sold out to another company.
Tencent.
Yeah.
They practically dropped off their 3 biggest money sellers, which is Assassin's Creed, Siege, and what's the other one? It was 3 of them, but they practically put them with Tencent, and they're just going to let everything else that they have just go down the drain.
Mm-hmm.
So Ubisoft probably in a couple years will cease to exist. Which it is what it is, dog. Like, y'all make terrible business decisions and say some of the dumbest shit, and then you wonder why your company is in shambles.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel bad for you, dude. I really don't. The fact that you had the nerve to sit here and call Skull and Bones the first quadruple A game is a joke. Game took almost 10 years to make, and it has less content than Assassin's Creed 4, which is a Black Flag.
Black Flag to me was better than Skull and Bones in every aspect, and it doesn't make sense how far back they went when they made Skull and Bones because you can't even do anything off your boat. It's just
boarding is an animation.
Yeah, it's nonsense. But I love the Prince of Persia series and I love the Assassin's Creed series. Whoever got put in charge. And I would say after, I want to say around the Odyssey time frame, has been running Assassin's Creed into the fucking ground since then.
Into the ground.
I'm not sure why, but it's like sad to see because I'm like,
it is.
I know people complain like, oh man, it's too easy to kill. It's too easy to kill. And I'm like, but we still play Arkham Asylum. I'm like, if it's too easy to kill, like change up how you play it or whatever. I was like, Arkham Asylum still goes. Arkham City still goes. People still even play Origins. And then of course, Arkham Knight. And I was like, that's repetitive. That's Batman just showing up and fighting people. But he's also able to take people out in one hit. And I'm like, all you got to do is do that same thing. And they just made it so like they tried to do like a really lame RPG style where you can assassinate most people, but then the other ones, it only takes away like a chunk of their health, and then you have to fight it.
Level scaling,
And it's just, I'm like, this is just kind of dumb. Because I'm like, if I'm able to sneak in and assassinate somebody and sneak out, to me, that just shows like I got some skills. Now you can't do that shit no more. Now it's like, you might as well just fight everybody because you can't assassinate anybody. You can't assassinate in fucking Assassin's Creed. It's kind of ridiculous in a way to me.
The name of the game, you can't even do
I play
it.
a lot of games like that. It's like you got to kill. If you like kill somebody the wrong way, alert everybody. Oh, he's over there. Stop showing the arrows and stuff at you. I'm like, hold on now. I didn't know you see me. Like they make them real hard and sneaky now. Like that game called shoot, what's that game called? Like like the old James Bond or
GoldenEye.
yeah, like stuff like that. And there's a game on Xbox called Nemesis. Like you a ninja, and you had
Tenchu.
No, Amari. It's not with it's not with A. Amari.
I know what you're talking about. That's going back.
Yeah, it's
there.
like a ninja. Two of them. That jump was crazy because them boys was on you. You be gliding on top of the house, they still be firing you. I'm like, what in the world? Yeah, so they make games a little bit more challenging now.
If they bring back where you can actually assassinate people if you do it the right way, like I would even go so far as to say, if you don't want it to be that easy, make them have to do something even extra. Because there's still like the I almost said Resistance. There's the Sniper Elite games that are on Xbox. You can pretty much snipe everybody whenever you want. And I'm like, they give you the option to snipe from far away, but then you got like explosive rats, you got car bombs, you got ways to lure them. Like there's 1.5 million ways to kill somebody in there. And I'm like, they're doing a better job than damn Assassin's Creed right now. So I'm like,
but then you gotta be cautious when you go building it now.
And
setting the lawns, sticky traps and everything. You're like, wait a second now.
So
this is
like,
hard
there's
to
a
see
way.
around the corner.
They could fix it.
Ghost of Tsushima did better assassinations than Assassin's Creed. Like, make that make sense.
And I'm just like, I don't know. If Shadows is like the last decent one that they make, it's gonna be sad because Tencent is just money hungry.
They are horrible. They are just horrible.
Everything they touch goes to shit. I just it's sad. It's a sad day to see them go down this road. But I don't want to say I'm hopeful, but like if Ubisoft is able to bounce back and do some good games, hey, hell yeah, I'll be happy.
That's fine.
But
that's fine,
if they're not, I'm not gonna lose no sleep. I'm just gonna be like, all right, that fucking figures.
Yeah, because like I said, like the whole thing with we're going back to brand loyalty, I don't have that. Because to me, the company is just a company name. If you want me to care for a game that comes out, show me the game director, show me the art director, show me the actual people who made those companies great. Because BioWare, a lot of people that made like the OG good BioWare games are not there no more. They've been gone. So like for me, like when people like, but hey, it's a BioWare game, gotta play it. No, you don't. No, you don't. The people that made like Knights of the Old Republic and Mass Effect and the OG Dragon Age, they're gone. They're not doing that no more. So like I don't like, to me it don't matter, because if BioWare shuts down or Ubisoft shuts down, guess what? Something else will come along to replace them and make good games. As in Claire, Obscure, Expedition 33. Former Ubisoft devs that got bored because the company was not doing good games, and now they're killing it right now. So it's like, why should I give them like? And also, I don't know. We can also talk about this like brand loyalty and just when did it become cool to talk down to your possible consumer base? When did this unprofessionalism become normal? To tell people that if you don't like the shit, don't buy it, and then you are surprised that the game fails.
When they said that if you don't like it, then don't buy it, and motherfuckers still went out and bought it, at that moment, I think it sent a message that the consumers are stupid and they're going to buy whatever we give them.
Yeah, that worked out real well for them now.
I was going to say, there's only a few select people that have really been struggling with that. But for the most part, people just chill out and just buy. They don't care what the people making the stuff feels about. They don't care about none of that. They just keep buying, just keep feeding it. Like, look at 2K. 2K, I used to buy every year. I used to be a 2K nut. And it was like, every year, pay $60 for the game, and then I pay like an extra $30 for the ultimate pack or whatever. You get your VC, you make a couple players, and you try and get them up to 99. I'd play the regular season or whatever, my player, and go up. But every year, it just got worse and worse and worse because you couldn't.
Yeah, because they know that people are just going to buy regardless.
Yeah,
Same thing with Madden.
You can't even really play the game and level up your character anymore. You have to buy VC, or that has to be like the only game you play, period. Like just nonstop, just this one game. And at this point, they got casinos in the damn game now. You spend real money to try and win extra VC. It is like, dude, this is outrageous. Like so like I haven't paid for a 2K and I don't know, it's been years. But it was like you went from almost no lag, playing with your friends, playing the game levels your character up, to now you have to spend money to level your character up. You have to spend money to have the option to level your character up and all this other nonsense. But people keep buying 2K every single year. And then like it's the same people complaining about it. Like, man, I hate this game. But then why do you keep buying it? Like that? They're not going to change anything if you keep buying it. Like
with Call of Duty as well. People are always pissed at the damn loot boxes, not loot boxes, but the battle pass and then the cheaters. But they're the first ones in line to buy the damn game every year.
Every single year.
It's because like these companies don't just do shit on a dime. Sometimes, but not all the time. They follow trends.
Yep.
So if you really that upset, it's your fucking fault. You showed them that you will be there day one, regardless of what it is. You will sit there and purchase the battle pass, no matter how much it is, because fear of missing out is a real thing. So you time it. Dude, like it's if you don't want it to happen, stop feeding into it.
Yep.
But they don't. People always talk about it. Man, this shit sucks. And why they always got to include a battle pass? And it's ruining the game. But they in GameStop. Pre-order, please.
Yeah.
Or
sometimes with them pre-orders, you got to be careful with them buying them pre-orders because sometimes they'll delay a game.
Oh, bro, like who you telling?
Oh, dude, yeah, it's normal now. It's normal now.
I was what was the game? I think it was Vampire
Masquerade.
Yeah, Vampire Masquerade. Bro, I pre-ordered that game in like 2018. That motherfucker, they don't even have an alpha out.
Yeah, you still haven't got it yet. Yeah.
I canceled that pre-order not too long ago, but I was like, dude, it's been years. Like years. They don't have no alpha, no early access, nothing. Oh, that's crazy.
Not nothing to show for it, and it's a joke and a half. And the best part is like, what was it? CD Projekt Red people are making a vampire game.
Yep.
Based in the medieval times, that looks almost better than Listen, if that game comes out before Vampire Masquerade, I'm gonna have a freaking riot because that's so funny.
because they done changed hands so many times, and
so many times. I'm surprised Dead
I
Island
stopped
2
paying
even made it to
attention to
shelves.
Yeah, and Dead Island 2, I think, actually turned out pretty well.
It did. It
Yeah,
actually
I seen a lot of
did
people
turn
say
out
that
decent.
game. Yeah, it seemed like it was really a hit when it kind of like came out.
They
But yeah, I don't-
they changed hands a lot, and it was like, man, it's looking like Duke Nukem Forever.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
nope,
yeah.
nope, they pulled it out. They pulled it out.
Yeah, they did. But on a better note, and we're wrapping up the news articles. Mafia, Old Country, has a launch date of August 8th, and it will be a $50 priced title.
That's a surprise.
So, yeah,
Man.
2K of all people, right? So,
and so is it really 2K though? Because I feel like
well, it's 2K the publisher, yeah.
I think I was gonna say I think they're just the publisher, because
No, they are.
there's some games that fall under the 2K umbrella that I feel like ain't really 2K, like XCOM.
Oh yeah,
XCOM falls under the 2K umbrella, but I don't think 2K touches that shit. And then
Borderlands
there's
as
another
well.
one. Yeah, Borderlands. For how fun Borderlands is and how they keep giving you content, and I feel like it's not really too many bugs in there. They be doing a hell of a job for being under that 2K umbrella.
But they're also talking about Borderlands 4 being a $80 price title base.
Man,
so
that's rough.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like Borderlands, but not that much.
Yeah.
Because no, I'm good.
Are y'all getting the new Borderlands when they come out? The new one?
Probably not, and not if it's $80.
It really depends.
I don't know how much it is.
Because that's the rumor still. If it's a rumor, then it is what it is. But if it actually ends up being 80, like I said before, there's better looter shooters on Steam that are a quarter of the price.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like I don't have ties to any company or any like franchise. Because any franchise can go down the dumpster at any given time. At any time. Just like look at Dragon Age, what, the Dawn Guard or the Flop Guard or whatever it's called. Like
Flop Guard.
Yeah, the Flop Guard, yeah. But it's like I don't have any reason to buy a game if it looks bad. Just because it has Dragon Age on it. I loved the first Dragon Age. Second one, it was alright. Inquisition also had its issues, but I liked it. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, it's a Dragon Age game. Guess I got to get it, even though everything I've seen about it doesn't look fun.
Thanks for that follow.
That's... Oh,
so
Trey, man. Yeah.
There's so the gameplay in that one was pretty good, but I have not.
But everything else was not.
It's
Dragon Age was built off of Dragon Age was built off of the world, its characters, and its decisions. All three of those were not present in that fucking game.
Yo, thanks for that.
You couldn't even remotely be an asshole to anybody in that game. It was always passive or it was always positive.
Yeah.
You couldn't do that. And then also, it's not. Yeah, I'll let you.
They
you
hit
have more hours into it.
They hit their peak with Mass Effect, I think.
Yeah.
And then I actually just recently heard the problem with Dragon Age is that BioWare is being split down the middle between their sci-fi and their fantasy divisions, and a lot of their best
Mass Effect
people
is getting a lot more money and attention.
Yep. A lot of their best people are being told that they're going to be working on Mass Effect, whereas all the other people are working on Dragon Age, and they don't think they're getting the fair share of the stick. But with that, it's because you haven't put out a game that does the same numbers as Mass Effect since Dragon Age Inquisition. Yeah. And even though that last Mass Effect that came out wasn't the best, all that good. It still did better than
Inquisition.
It still did better than what this new Dragon Age did. They said it brought in more negative than positive. So it's
and that's why they just completely flipped Mass Effect 4. The Mass Effect 4 is now getting completely redone because of the failure of Dawn Guard or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know.
Mhm.
Shows you how much I give a shit.
Now, so
But,
you don't play any of these, do you? Or have you ever tried a
Nope.
Mass Effect or a Dragon Age
Oh,
or anything?
I think I did try Mass Effect before, but not like it's like try one and then I was over it. Yeah, not like going forward into it, whatever. But yeah, I remember Mass Effect. Mass Effect is similar to like what is that game, bro? The it's like a game you in space, but you're killing stuff and you're trapped in a ship. I can't think of that game.
Boy,
That's
you know how
very
many
vague.
games you just
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you know how
described.
many
Man,
games?
shoot. No, it's a one. What is that game? It's really popular. It
Man,
reminds
What,
you of
Doom?
huh? Not Doom. No.
Alien
Dead
Isolation.
Space?
Uh,
Bro, you can
not,
list off a bunch, man. We probably not even be able to get to it.
Yeah, there's a lot
okay.
of.
Yeah, there's a lot of. I can't remember, but
So yeah,
can't
I
remember
was gonna
that.
say that might not be your type of game per se. You might be more into Helldivers because you like multiplayer games or something you playing with another
Yeah,
person or against another person even. So
yeah.
Helldivers might be more your speed. Have you tried that one
Which
yet?
is also fun.
No, I tried. What's that game called? It's like, bro, I can't remember the game. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah. I did try that. Is that the one when you got like all those crazy abilities and
Bombs, explosives.
yeah, mm-hmm.
Hey, have a good
Shit
night,
came
Strategy.
out.
idiot.
Yeah,
Is
I
1
played it,
a.m.
but
for
then
you?
it had a lot of then they had like a bug issue at one point,
Yeah.
really bad.
Well, they had the bugs and the
Yeah,
robots.
I remember. Yeah, I did play Hell Dive.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember, I remember when they had the bad bugs. There was a part where you get to in the mission, like you were saying earlier, you was playing like a game and you like it was a mission, like you couldn't pass it. There was
Mhm.
a part where
It
every
was the
time it was trying to
extractions.
verse the boss, I got like destroyed. Like I couldn't move. I was standing still. Like I was just running, but not going nowhere. Every time. Every time.
Gotcha.
Like it was so annoying though. But that could have been a good game, but they wasn't really trying to fix that game. Like
Yeah, they did.
well, I had stopped playing out for that. They might have now, but I don't know. It was good. It wasn't a bad game though. Cause I
hear you. I
enjoyed
hear
it.
you.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad game. I just got irritated with some stuff. I was like,
Oh,
yeah,
that's fair. That's fair. Because they did just drop an update where you can now customize weapons
Yeah.
and like level them up and everything. So I'm definitely gonna hop back on it.
Yeah, I see a lot of people going back to Division 2 for some reason. I don't know.
Which was a great game.
Division 2 just dropped some new content.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Ubisoft for not giving up on at least a couple other games. But yeah, they got some new content in Division 2. I think there's a new area you can go. There's some new dark zones, and there's a couple other new things that they all added. It dropped about a week or two ago. So that's probably why you're seeing a lot of people go on there. A friend of mine, Reaper, has been playing it.
Okay.
Which, when Division 2 first came out, I'm like, this does not feel like the same people who made Division 1 made this one.
No, it's different.
This shit is missing its soul. Like, it just, I don't know, like the first one, I feel like you get in there, it's like, oh man, New York's been destroyed or whatever. Like, you got to get in and do a bunch of things.
The second one, New York, though.
It was like, man, I don't care about none of these people. Like, I don't. It's something with the soul was just missing. It was just, I don't know. It just kind of felt like, I don't care if any of y'all die. Like, I ain't gonna waste time remembering names. Y'all charging me these crazy ass prices, and I'm the only one that could go out here and do shit. And I'm like, so if I die, nobody's getting food. You know that, right? Like, why are you charging me this much for some bullets? Like, come on, bro. But
yeah,
because I'm pretty sure I beat the second one, but I can't even tell you how it ended or nothing. The first one, I almost certain it was like a helicopter battle, but
it was.
Yep.
So what was the second one?
Oh, go ahead.
You said the second one did the same thing?
The second one, yep.
See, I don't even remember.
Yeah, exactly. No one does. But what are you gonna say, Jay?
No, I was gonna say, what is a game right now that? Oh, I was gonna ask two questions. What's a game you enjoy right now, and what's a game that you're like waiting for to drop, or any new games that you're excited to?
The game I'm enjoying right now is Player Obscure Expedition 33. It is a phenomenal turn-based game. It has this, like, the story and the characters are so well written, and the world is so sick. Like, there's like this beautiful somberness to it, where if you like, pretty much the story is pretty much like, I don't know if you know. Do you know anything about the game? Okay.
No.
So the story is it's so there's this group of people on this in this like city, and there's this big entity called the Paintress, and there's like this huge monolith that every year she paints a number on it, and those people of that age disappear, like Thanos snap away. So this has been going on for like years, and they got down to 33. So everyone at the age of 33 disappears, and clearly, and so on and so forth. So and every year an expedition of the previous year goes out and tries to stop the Paintress. So you're on Expedition 33 to go and get this Paintress. It's super sick. The characters are great. The combat is I don't like turn-based games simply because like for me it's super slow. And I feel like a lot of times when characters or the enemy attacks you, you just kind of gotta sit there and be like, oh, I had no shot to dodge. I had no shot to parry or do whatever. And this one, it's not. The turn-based aspect is you attack them, but once the enemy attacks, it's actually in real time where you have to dodge, parry, or jump. Mm-hmm. So that's why I like it. So there is a sense of real-time strategy mixed in with turn-based strategy. You get stuff in the game where you level up your characters, you get different weapons, you get abilities, you can make some crazy builds where you can like completely dog wash enemies. So it's a great freaking game. I think I'm halfway done. I thought I was almost done with the game, but they hit me with the meanest, nope, you're not done yet. So and now I'm kind of taking a break because the story hit me pretty bad. But
Free said the same thing, that's his problem too. He's not a fan of turn-based.
Nope. But this one, it's killing me right now.
But it's on Game Pass, so if y'all want to try it.
It's on Game Pass if you got it. Yeah, for real. So
just give it a try. You don't lose nothing from trying.
I'm about to get that. I'm about to get that PC only Game Pass. Forget the console.
Yep.
Yeah. No, honestly, it's cheaper and it's better.
Money.
That's what I got.
I was paying like almost $20. $20.
$20 and over 100 plus games to try, and all the new games coming out usually end up on it if they're not.
Yeah, the PC only one is just $11. So I can try.
And then I'm jumping in between that and Doom right now. So if I really just want to go around and just kill things, then I'll hop on Doom. But if I want to be sad about it, I'll hop to Expedition. But looking forward to probably just Mafia.
Is it for I pay $11.99 to get 400 games? Yep, that's why I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there you go. But yeah, for me, like there's not a lot of big corporate games, like the big AAA space or whatever as they call it. Like there's not a lot that I'm looking forward to because they make the same bullshit every year. Mm-hmm. So it's like, to me, Mafia right now I'm looking forward to because if the only way they can mess this up is if the game doesn't work. Off rip. If the game does not run well, then I'm not touching it.
I've been a Mafia fan since day one. Like I had the OG Mafia on the original Xbox, and it was it was a buggy piece of shit game, but I loved it. The story. You couldn't do shit right on the original one. It was so hard to complete missions on there, but the story was fucking awesome. And I don't care what anybody says, Mafia 1, 2, and 3 all have really, really good stories. And I think a lot of people who don't even play games want to throw their opinion in a lot. And like they try and say like Mafia 3, that's the one with Lincoln. is like the worst one, and it's not good. It's not really a mafia game. I was like, what the fuck do you mean it's not a mafia game? You're taking down the organization that you literally just built for 2 games. Like, I'm like, if you pay attention to the story, yeah,
well,
like,
okay, well, I get what they're talking about. How it's like you're not technically part of the mafia; you're just kind of dismantling it and building your own. While the last 2, you were in the mafia. Now,
yeah.
granted, in Mafia 3, you were part of the Black Mafia that got completely annihilated. Which, okay, that's fair. But if you slapped any other title on it and didn't call it Mafia 3, you wouldn't know it's a Mafia game.
Yeah.
With Mafia 1 and 2, it's a distinct art style, it's a distinct time period, and it's a distinct style of game where, like, oh yeah, that's Mafia. Now, if you just came out with Mafia 3 and just called it, like, some other fucking game, then yeah, I get the aspect of it's not really a Mafia game, but at the same time, the game was fun, so I don't give a shit.
But see, I consider it is one because you literally are going at the family that you were just working for with one of the people returning with Vito.
Yeah.
So like Vito being in it, and it's like,
it makes sense.
Do you choose to bring Vito back up to the top of the family where he was? Yeah. Or do you betray him, or do you just keep him as a side person? So like, it's up to you in a way. But I'm like, a lot of people are, oh, it's not really this, it's not really that. But I'm like, it has all the stuff in it that it needs to have. And let's see, Mafia 1 was, I think, It was
1942. No, the first one took place.
It jumps in years.
It does jump. I think it was like 1930 something.
Yeah.
Because I think it was like a 15-year time jump.
Yeah. And
so
we'll say 1930s, but at the end of the game, there's another time jump to the 70s.
Yeah, spoiler. Yeah, that's true. Well, no, actually, wait. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's details.
There was, because with what happens at the end of Mafia 1, they had that time jump, and that's where you meet
46 or 45.
Yeah, because then you meet the character for Mafia 2.
Yeah,
and Mafia 2, you do that mission that happens in Mafia 1,
which was like, crazy. It was crazy.
So from that, at the end of that game, there's another time jump, but it's not as big. And that's where Mafia 3 starts, and you get to see where old boy got sent. And it's like, okay, to me, these are all connected. And now with the newest Mafia game coming out, we're going backwards in time.
Country. So yeah, we're going back. Yeah.
So I'm wondering if the old dude is going to be the main character, or is it all new people?
I think it's new. I have a feeling it's going to tie into the first game.
Yeah,
there has to, because the old country, it looks like it takes place.
Because to me, the old guy was known for traveling back to the homeland and coming back and like taking care of business. And he's the one
mafia origin story that okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm like,
the Don Torrisi crime family. The Don Torrisi family. Okay.
I think that's the same family, ain't it?
I haven't played this.
It's been a little bit. Yeah.
All I know is that I remember the Corleone. Not the Corleone. That's Godfather.
Oh, and for those who don't know, I'm being vague on purpose so I don't tell you people's names and things.
Spoilers, yeah.
Like
he's like, I ain't trying to tell you everything now.
Yeah. It's just sharing how there are connections without telling you people's names and
is hard.
Who can live and who can die. And but there was that old man. I almost want to say his name was Leo, but it's been a while.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna do a re-up soon anyway.
Yeah,
because I love the Mafia games.
Mm-hmm. You ever play Mafia, Sosa? You ever play Mafia? Any of them?
Yeah, I played the first one.
The first one.
The ones, no go.
Oh, you're right. The Salieri family and the Morello.
The Salieri family. Yeah, that's the one.
As soon as you put that there, I'm like, oh, yep, that's that name.
Yep, that's the one.
Leo was from the second. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that makes way more sense. Yeah, the Salieri family. That's the one.
They make another Def Jam. That's what I really want.
They can.
But Yeah, I've gushed about my stuff. So
Def
what you got?
Jam,
Pain.
Def Jam was under EA Sports Big, and whoever was under that umbrella didn't manage the money the right way, and it folded. And then I don't remember who all owns licensing now, and there was a huge licensing issue because you got Def Jam as a label, which is now owned by, I think Russell might still own it, maybe, but I think people were trying to take it from him, and then he got in trouble with the law. I think it's settled now, but I can't say for sure. So you got all that mess just with Def Jam itself. Then EA liquidated everything that was EA Sports Big. So like that's why you don't see SSX Tricky no more. That's why you don't see like the NBA Street, FIFA Street, NFL Street.
Oh,
you don't see none
NBA
of those
Street
games
was
no
my
more.
game.
Yeah.
Dude,
All that stuff was under the EA Sports Big family.
Oh,
and EA
I
like
thought they made a
shit the
they
bed on
made
that
an NBA Finals, NBA like okay, you had 2K. Remember 2K had their own thing, and then there was like the other one, but it was on the EA Sports. It was like a basketball game. It was like
it was I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's why you don't see that no more because of EA Sports. I never knew that.
Yeah, man, they took a lot of shit down with them when Big went under. And I want to say they still own the rights, but it's so much legal paperwork, and they don't care enough to go through it and fix it and give us any new content. They just say whatever.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, because I remember reading up on that, and I was like, dang,
EA had little trouble and stuff.
The other one, another example would be like Embracer Group. I think they own like Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, and a bunch of that stuff. And they just went under. They tried to sell out to a company in the Middle East. I forget who it was. And that company like folded. So like the legal rights to make these games are just up in the air right now. Like you're not allowed to do it, and they can't figure out who is supposed to be allowed to.
Who has the right way to give them that permission.
So that shit's just gonna sit in a box because if you don't do anything with it, it's fine. But as soon as you try and do something with it, somebody's gonna want to get paid. And it's just.
They don't even know who's gonna get paid. That's the joke too.
Yeah.
So. But no, man, it's a whole thing. But what you got, Payne? What game you playing right now? Which one are you looking forward to?
So I've been playing Rivals. Gray Zone is now a sponsor for Regiment, so I just picked that game up. So y'all will be seeing me playing that a lot more here soon. And then there'll be some odd games here and there. Like I'll be doing some GTA RP when I have the time.
You get a new GTA?
Of course I'm getting the new GTA. It's ingrained in my blood.
Even if it's $100?
Hold up now. Hold up. He says
you know what?
Blood.
You know what?
Blood sales.
Even if it's $100, I'll look for a sale. I ain't buying that shit on $100 straight up.
On day one?
But
but he said, I ain't buying it straight up.
I have ways of finding it on sale, or I will sail the seas. If you know, you know.
Oh God.
But if I can't find a sale, and I whatever, gotta do what I gotta do, I probably won't pay until the multiplayer is out. And that's strictly
because it might not even run well.
Yeah.
Because GTA Online, when it first came out, was a freaking abysmal.
Yep. When it first came out, it was bad. But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, yeah, man, I'll pay $100. I'll get it.
I'm definitely not. Because, like I said, I don't have loyalty to anything. GTA 6, I'm not dropping $100 for it. That's ridiculous.
I did pay full price for the original GTA 5, but that was 2013, and I was in Korea. And
I was just graduating.
And I was like, this.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. But I'm looking excited for it, but yeah, we'll have to wait and
Undeserved,
see.
but yeah.
And then it
Okay,
comes
cool.
out next year.
Next year in
So-
May 26, 2026.
Yeah, a lot of
they
this may
delayed it,
change by then.
Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
I will
Yeah.
say, Rockstar's the only company that tells them their publishers to eat a dick. So
that is true
that would
because
be
they know they can.
Yeah.
That's why they do so good how they is right now. Rockstar. I haven't really heard
'Cause-
nobody complain about Rockstar.
Well, every
Like,
time their publisher, or whatever you want to call them, their daddy
2K.
company, is it? Nah, it's not 2K. I thought it was
Is it?
10 cent or 2 cent or something like that.
Not anymore. Well, maybe. I don't know.
But when they tried
I
to
think it was
charge
2K.
people for the mods and all that,
Oh, yeah, they shut that down real
Rockstar
quick.
came out and said, "Fuck that! Nah, mods keep the game going. Like we're not doing that." And they
Yeah.
compromised with the whole shark cards and all that BS. But
hmm
I feel like when I buy a Rockstar game, like I get way more than like the average company.
Average. Oh yeah,
So-
no, I 100% agree.
They are one. They're one of one. They're an outlier. So like even when you play Red Dead 2, like there's so
Yeah.
much you can still discover on it. They put a lot of detail into it. Like
Yeah.
yes, they
there are
do.
games
Red Dead
today
1, 2,
that
my
still
favorite.
can't do what they were doing. And Red Dead 2
No.
came out what? 2017, 18?
18.
Yeah.
18. hmm
So it's years later and people still can't do any of that? Like it's kind of ridiculous in a way.
The fact that Rockstar has such a chokehold on the industry, where like 2020, like the rest of the year was vacant because they didn't know if it was
They
going to
didn't
drop
want to
this
release
year.
against them. Yeah.
No, every company was like, dude, we don't know when GTA 6 is coming out, and so we can't sit here and give you release dates because we know we're going to get absolutely fried. So the fact that they came up with a trailer and said 2026, now all of a sudden we got release dates for a bunch of games. So
Yes,
it's
sir.
like there's no other company that has a chokehold on the industry like Rockstar's GTA or just in general. So it's While still that doesn't equate $100 worth of game, but I mean, it is what it is.
They get better and better every game.
They
GTA
do.
5
There's actually like
has so much stuff you can do in it. And in Red Dead 2, Jesus Christ, there's a lot.
yeah, that's
Red
the
Dead,
whole thing.
Red Dead had a Red Dead 2 had a after you beat the story, there was an afterlife.
Yeah.
And then after the afterlife, that's when they started doing role play, but I didn't get into the role
Yeah.
play thing.
So
Like it was
with,
always something to do.
with GTA 6, and it's going to be in Florida, and the
Oh,
craziest people in the world and craziest shit in the world happens in Florida. Don't at me, at your mama. And there's a reason we play Florida Man. If y'all don't know how to play Florida Man, I'm gonna tell you right now. Go to Google or whatever search engine you want to do. I want you to put in your birth month and your birthday, and then Florida Man, and see what kind of news story pops up. Do it right now. Type it in the chat. What comes up? Guaranteed. All 365 days, it's gonna be something crazy as hell. It's gonna pop up. That's Florida. So
Every time, never fails.
yeah. So like, you give somebody like Rockstar that ability to host a game in Florida, curtain day, Florida, like it's gonna be some crazy shit that happens. So like,
The first trailer they dropped were news
yes,
clippings of
news
Florida.
people.
All that stuff happened.
Yes,
Like the crocodile going into the store happened in Florida.
the prison
Like,
Joker.
the prison Joker is real. Yeah, it's dude. It's the fact that we've gotten so far where Rockstar now copies real life instead of like mimicking it is hilarious. And Florida is going to be it's going to be peak.
All right, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I did Florida Man for my birth month and day. We'll say July 16th. William Hodge was arrested in Daytona Beach Shores, Florida, for allegedly abusing an alligator by slamming it against a building and throwing it on the ground and attempting to toss it onto a roof at 3 a.m. And that's just one. There were several more that popped up after that. So my birthday alone has several Florida Man stories.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that's great. Remember that scene off of ATL when Cat Williams, he said, "Go get that gator." He said, "You
Oh
don't want to get that
yeah,
gator." And the gator came out. The gator came out
the
the door.
door. Yeah, he's just
He said,
running
"Well, you got a
down
gator
the
in
street.
there?" Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good
Oh,
episode, man. That was a good
that was a good
episode.
episode. That one of my favorite episodes, though. That
Oh
one.
man, that's a good one. Okay, what you? All right, now Jay, for you, what you playing now? What you looking forward to?
Play a lot of games. So I really enjoy Mortal Kombat, but I don't really play it like that because I'm always all over the places trying new games. But I want to get into, since I'm a PC streamer, there are actually games that was on the PlayStation now that I can play on the PC now.
Mm-hmm.
I want
Mhm.
to get into God of War. I don't know nothing about God of War, and
Oh, you went
try
for a good
Spider-Man.
Yeah,
time.
you're in for a treat, man.
Yeah, I seen like all the gameplay and stuff over it, and I'm like, man, these summer guns get all the good games, you know, at the time. Some summer guns, like, dang. Because actually, Xbox used to have Spider-Man. A lot of people don't remember that. Like, they used to be on Xbox, but then
Yeah,
they
when it
got
was
rid of
under
it.
Activision
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
and Insomniac
And
took
I remember
over,
that.
that was the
and
good one. You
yeah.
could play as Venom. You could eat people and spit them out.
Mhm.
Nightmares. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was a
Nightmares,
good
yep.
one. They did make ones like that where you can just play with, you know, like those characters. You get the choice, but yeah, but I'm surprised there haven't been a I don't know, you remember this game, Hulk, from on the PlayStation? You get the one,
Ultimate
he was like,
Destruction,
yes,
when you could
yes.
destroy
yeah.
everything, use cars as
Everything.
boxing
You can turn
gloves.
everything. Yeah, everything, the
Yeah,
boxing
yeah.
glove. Yeah, they need
That
to
was
make another
Xbox, yeah.
Hulk like that, man. That jump's crazy. And then my favorite one was beating the brakes out of Abomination. Like, man,
Mhm.
that was my game. That man ripped the city and put it up as a boxing glove. Then he get the pounding and putting holes in the city.
Yep.
Man, Hulk used to be, yeah, but they don't make no. They haven't made a Hulk
So,
game in a minute though.
so the company that made Ultimate Destruction actually ended up making the prototype games, and after Prototype 2 didn't do so well, something happened to their company too. Like, got folded.
Yep.
But I was like, man, when it came
Which
to like,
sucks because Prototype was fantastic.
mm-hmm.
Like, man,
I
So when
love
it came to
playing Prototype.
destruction games and stuff like that, they was really, really
Dude,
good at
oh,
what
it's
they
great.
did.
Dude, there's no other game where you can give the people's elbow on a tank from a
Yeah.
50-story building. You know, that's hilarious.
that man used
So-
to jump from here to here.
Oh man. All right,
Good
now that we're
times.
done with all the news and views and rants that we got going on, it's time to do something fun. It's time for these tier lists, baby.
Right before the tier list,
Yep.
I want to talk with Sosa about something serious.
Oh,
You
Okay.
ready? Let's talk
Oh, yeah,
about.
yeah, I'm ready.
Let's talk about what's eating at you, what's bothering you, and where you want to go from here. Because I saw the Twitter stuff. We've talked about the Twitter stuff, and
Yeah,
the people trying to assassinate your character, I think, is a little out of line, and a lot of what they are saying does not make sense. And I'm gonna do a real quick summary for everybody. I'm gonna let Sosa take over. Essentially, someone tried to say that our man Sosa was trying to holler at somebody's wife, and then they said that he was talking behind this person's back. Now, I've known Sosa for a couple years now, and Sosa's not one to talk behind anybody back. If he got something to say, he 10 times out of 10 would rather say it to you. He doesn't like the whole talking behind your back stuff. He will actually try and figure out what's going on. He try and talk to you one-on-one. He'd rather not embarrass your ass in front of everybody if he can avoid it. And like, he gives you a chance. Like, I've seen him give people chances. Like, it's outrageous. So he actually tried to tell this person, hey man, I think there was a misunderstanding. Let's talk. And the guy said, nah, I don't want to talk to you because you be trying to manipulate. And then he said, nah, Sosa don't want to talk to me. He's not giving me a chance. And I'm like, how do you share these back to back? You you shared a screenshot of Sosa saying, hey man, let's talk. And then you say he don't want to talk. Like, make it make sense. And then I like to say none of us here have any problem with the alphabet community. But they tried to say that Sosa was gay. They were trying to call him Gay Sosa. But how is he gay and then hollering at your wife? Like, that don't make no damn sense. And it just seemed like they're trying to assassinate his character, and I don't get it. But hey, Sonic, thanks for the resub. And it's just it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't get it.
But
I don't get it.
I'll let you take over.
I don't know, cause like I said, I don't know what's going on. Like a lot of people been after me, and I mean it is what it is, you know. Like, that's why I don't know. Like from experience, I'm not the one to blast people on Twitter. I used to when I first came here. I ain't gonna lie. I blasted one person. It was a Caucasian person that said the word N-word with an ER, and that went viral. That had like over 50,000 what was it? Reviews on it. Like, and it was a gamer.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only time, because I'm like, oh, and then they try to erase the VOD and everything or whatever. So ever since then, people kind of look at me like he's the guy you won't want to mess with, because he counts and whatever. So what I noticed on Kick, there's a lot of people of the opposite color of us, because I like to be respectful, that says the N-word. And I'm not really down with it. I'm not really down with it. Some people, some black people like don't care. Some people do. It's either you do or you don't. Some people are like, oh, you can say it around me, whatever. Me, I don't like it. I don't even say it, to be honest. And if I do say it, it's more off stream or whatever, than anything.
Now, when you say N-word, are we talking IGGA or with a hard R, or does it matter?
Oh, IGGA, yeah. No, I won't never say the hard R. No. That's kind of like,
I do.
I look at that kind of weird when somebody say that to me. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be like, what? I even feel like, even if it was a black person said to me, I'd be like, but I still feel racist, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the freak? Like,
no, it definitely throws you off, though. It's just like,
it do throw me off, though. Yeah, I'm like, wait a second. So that was the thing I've been going over here. My first year, I've been going with that situation for like a lot. And I'm like, well, they really bold. They saying it on the streams and stuff. And that's all I dealt with. And if you think like, and I don't want to be making this like a race or whatever thing, but if you don't think like some of this streaming platforms, it's not about a race, you got another thing coming. There are other people that get like favoritism over others. Like it's I seen it. You can have your name in something, they don't have nothing to do with you, and people say like a bad guy. You be like, look, I got beat up by a robber, but Jay Sosa was came and helped me and got the dude off of me. And then somebody can come on Twitter and be like, oh, are you sure he's not the one that planned it? Like, what? Like, that's like that's the situations I've been in, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, okay, whatever. So, but no, like it's always been something of whatever. And and I kind of look at this, I'm like, it's kind of crazy over here. Like, I understand about freedom of speech and everything, I get that, but we can't like let certain stuff slide and stuff. And then and recently I kind of lost two people that was close to me over something like this. But I know I had a friend that was he was a black guy, and he had a wife that was the opposite color. And he used to tell me, hey man, I love my wife and everything, but she calls me the N-word and stuff. And I'm like, what? And then he was like, yeah, and I don't really like that. And so, and I was like, did you tell her that you don't like it or whatever and stuff? Cause it's like, you gotta say something. He was like, no. So, and I think like sometimes when people feel like, if they're the opposite color, just because it can be like, it can be a black lady going with a white guy, or it can be a white girl going with a black guy, and some of them feel like they can still say it. I had two similar situations like that. I told one I was uncomfortable with it, they try to turn into a whole like race thing, and I was like, yo, I don't like saying it and whatever, because I like to call people kings and queens and stuff. That's just me. Because I kind of
kid.
like treat streaming like,
You like that
I
Aaron
kind
the
of like,
plumber, huh? Hey, Queen. How you doing, Queen?
yeah,
Stay up,
like I don't
King.
know,
That's
but
all right,
I
Queen.
mean,
You're not qualified.
like
You're not
like I,
qualified.
yeah, you
What up, Pizzo?
stupid.
Welcome in. What's happening?
What's up, Pizzo?
You stupid.
Man, you came
But
in at the right
go.
time.
But I never said that I won't say it. I won't say it that
In a
I
real
You told me
way.
that yesterday.
whatever. Yeah, I won't say that I won't say it. I'm just saying I just choose not to say it on stream and there.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just treat this like professional. But at the end of the day, I am black. You know what I'm saying?
What,
I
for
am
real?
black.
Whoa! I didn't wait. Hold on. You can't just drop that bomb on me like this.
You know what? You
Man,
stupid.
I thought you was European. All right, everybody, thanks for being in the stream. I'll see y'all next time.
All right, yeah.
That's great.
Let's rate out.
Oh no. But no, like there's a lot of stuff going on. Like it's just been like anything got my name attached. You know, people trying to pronunciate me. Like the whole thing that happened on Twitter. I'm like, hold on, wait a second. It's 6 different stories, but nobody has not come with a proof. Nobody has not reached out. And you know, it's people that does stuff behind closed doors. They act like they something and they're not, because I know the full story. Because that certain individual told another individual, I do want to talk to Sosa. And then when I did, I got blasted. So I let people go ahead and enjoy that little, 1-2 minute fame and let it be like that. I also, what I do now is I kind of stop like to a lot of people. Not saying that I don't trust people, whatever, but I kind of like
You're
limit.
cautious.
Yeah, I'm like really cautious.
That's just pattern recognition, dude. That's fine.
Yeah. Like I only talk to my mods about stuff now, whatever. Like people don't even know that right now is somebody be around the channel and just got rid of me today. Like nobody don't know that. Like I haven't even told my mods and nothing. So yeah, but but I feel like if I got a problem with somebody, I don't really tell my mods to be like, oh, you gotta choose, go unfollow them, ban them. But some people like that, and that's just not me. But I do tell my moms like, hey, this is the situation, and like, yo, it's up to you to choose and whatever. Because I
Now,
don't
let me
want
ask
to be like,
you
oh,
this. Did you notice this problem before your success? Because I don't think you.
Well,
you don't brag.
This problem.
I'm not saying you should brag, but you don't really. Which I'm glad you don't change up or anything like that. But like, let's give you your flowers. Like KCIP, Kick Partner, and you won Best Kick Community for 2024. Like, those are some big ass accolades. Like, do you think after all this shit came down, like that's why you started getting the target on your back?
Yeah, I think like I don't know, like people be feeling jealous, like the whole like the whole person like the gay thing and whatever. That's just somebody just was hating. I know who's behind that. I mean, I think they probably thought I was trying to get him counsel or whatever. Like I don't know what that was about. That person got their account bans and they think that was they think I had something to do with it, but that's just something on their behavior. The other situation is more like he say she say stuff, because everyone can say, oh, he's talking behind your back and he trying to whatever, because like at the end of the day, like that person knows that I am be trying to slap on nobody's wife, and that person used to be in that person and that me and that person and the wife used to be on the phone at the same time.
Yeah.
So you're telling the internet like it's two different things or whatever. And then like that person we was doing podcasts with them, and then they was making like panels and all that stuff. So when somebody does podcasts, you got to be on the phone with them and stuff. And then some conversation was like about talking about like kick stuff was going on. But I just think it's kind of strange, like people take that and whatever. And what's funny? All these brothers be like, all these people like, we'll ride with you, so we'll bring the whole whatever. Then some stuff like that happen. What he at? They on the opposite side, and then they unfollow you. So, and I think what I noticed the last 2 weeks, when people say they ready to ride for your stuff, you don't know who's gonna be riding for you until like some stuff go down.
Yep,
I had a lot of people.
It's easy to say it.
Yeah, it's easy to say it, but well, you go to the opposite, whatever. It's crazy, but but all like when all that stuff went down, there like I just look at it like, okay, you can't call everyone your homie on this and whatever. And there's been acting some people been acting weird around me ever since the situation happened. I mean, I don't know, but I thought it was funny that somebody was like, you're a drama streamer, and I'm like, what? Somebody got mad at me because I was telling the community about pedophiles and people around them. I'm like, like stay away from that person because it's a whole story about it. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of broken friendships right now because some people choose to hang with weird people that harasses people and kids, and some people believe that whatever they want to believe. And then the other half feel like, oh, it's okay to talk about, it's okay for people to say certain words that they shouldn't say. That could get them canceled.
Yeah.
So me personally,
Yeah.
I try to have a conversation with them, but sometimes people can twist my words around and make it seem like,
that's
oh,
life.
yeah. So yeah, that kind of like causes. So what I do now is like, if I see something, I'm the type of person I don't speak on nothing unless I got proof.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always like that. I had 2 situations where I had friends of maybe like a couple incident friends of the opposite had said some words they shouldn't say, and I had proof and stuff. People was like, oh, are you gonna drop it on Twitter? I was like, no, that ain't gonna really do nothing. I mean, you can blast somebody all the time, but I mean, sometimes you gotta just like believe people who they are. I notice a lot of over here, and when people do stuff that offensive words and stuff, they like
Mm-hmm.
to blame it on the alcohol and stuff and whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
like say like, oh, I won't do it again. But when a person do it in a pattern, I always say that's a person how they really is if they keep
Oh,
doing a
100%.
pattern.
Yeah.
Like they keep doing it in a pattern. So what I do now is like I ain't gonna lie. I'm probably gonna lose more people, but I'm at a point where I wanna be at peace. Wanna be at peace and I wanna like continue streaming. I don't know how long I'm going to stream. I really don't know. I remember I talked about people about like retiring, whatever. I don't know. I was like, I might got 2 years in me. You know what I'm saying? I might got 1 year. I mean, I just don't know. I'm kind of hesitant because it's like I've been doing this since 2000, like 15, 16.
Mm-hmm.
And I never had a problem, thank God, that I never really, nothing like the flex or nothing. But ever since every platform, I never been the type of person that that nobody can't notice, like, oh, that's Sosa, he's up there, da da da, and whatever. Because when on Mixer, I was up there. I was in the newspaper at one point. Actually, I was in the newspaper twice. On Mixer when I was a kid because I won like a fishing thing or whatever. So the type of person like, yo, if I help you, you help me. There's a lot of people that I don't brag about. You know what I'm saying? Got them to where they at right now. But they always say that a person that brags a lot on other people, like a person that like don't even value that self. So if you know you did something for somebody, there's no need to brag about it. And I always been like that.
Yeah.
I don't brag about, like saying like, oh, I did this, I did that. So my thing is people go, people come. It is what it is. I learned how to there's a lot of times I tell people stuff in confidence. And all I know is right now, Twitter is like the most attention thing right now. Everyone goes to Twitter. I got a light bill to pay. I got a medical bill to pay. Like everybody goes to Twitter. So, oh, he said that you buy $2,000 worth of bots. Oh, he said that you talking to his girl. Oh, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So you just got to be
Always
careful
something.
with certain
Yeah, it's always
individuals.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Twitter, aka X, it's kind of been a cesspool since Elon took over, in my opinion.
Oh, it's been a cesspool way longer than that. It just didn't get any better.
Nah,
That's
it got way worse because it just so the old Twitter, they had like, I don't even want to call it standards because you still could find whatever you want on Twitter, but like
Pretty much.
there could sometimes be consequences for your actions. Now
yeah,
it's a free for all.
it's a freak show. Right? There's
Anybody
porn,
can
all
say
that goes
and
around.
do whatever they want. You man, it's
Audio,
there's
sex tape drop, like everything.
yeah,
Up
like
there now. Bruh.
there's
I'm
no
like,
rhyme or reason or
like
nothing. I'm like, usually if I'm on there, I'm trying to share my own streams, my own clips and things like that. And like it'd be the most random stuff. The only thing more wild is Instagram, which if you want to be on my Instagram send to list, let me know, because I guarantee you it ain't as wild as mine. But like, you're looking at game clips, and then out of nowhere you seeing booty, and then out of nowhere it's a fight, and out of nowhere it's somebody else doing something. Yeah. And
it's always on.
Then it's like, oh, he died because he black, and it's like, oh my god, like this.
Yeah.
Like, it's, I don't know.
I actually was about to bust this streamer out. He was like, why are black people going crazy because a cop killed a black person?
Oh my god.
That's no need to burn the city down and stuff. So I was like, I'm not gonna follow that dude, because man, I was about to say some stuff in there. Man, I was about to say stuff in there. I was like, well, they've been doing that for a long time. Don't you think like people are getting paranoid now? Like this situation with the dude got arrested for the cop killing his kid. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's just like, you know, enough is enough. You know, like you know, just like, you know, people just ain't gonna just die without, you know, just for free, and you just choking them or whatever. Like that officer that took that put that dog on that man, that man to death, and like that was crazy. So, I think like the thing that I try to like, you know, everyone's like, oh, he's always talking about he don't like this word and that word and da da da, and I'm just like, the thing is, y'all will not do this stuff on Twitch. Now I know I give Twitch a hard time, but Twitch will counsel you for saying any racist slur, which I like they do.
Well, they used to.
You know, I don't know if they do now. I don't know if they do now, but it's a
little
bit more security over there. But
yeah, it's a little bit more secure than like Kit, definitely more secure than like Twitter. But they definitely are starting to allow more things here and there depending on how much money you bring in. So if you're bringing in a lot of money, you got to do some extra wild stuff to get kicked off, and even then, it might only be temporary. You know, some of those people who was banned, like had lifetime bans, I think they removed all the lifetime bans from everybody, and now it's like on a time basis. They're starting to let people back in here and there. Because I believe Aiden Ross is going to be back here soon, if he isn't already.
I think he. Oh yeah, I don't know about I know he been flipping flopping from Kick with the events and stuff. But crazy.
I think they let DJ Academics back on. I think they let Kanye back on. Kanye was on Twitch in a full clan robe.
Right now.
Full clan robe. Yeah.
Yeah,
and I'm like, bro.
I don't know when they signed him, but DJ Academics on Kick. I was like, I don't want that freaking pedophile here either.
Bro, man. Always here in the shadow, loving what you do. Keep going. Hey, appreciate you. And Free said his is still the bootygram. I was like, man, I forget people used to use Instagram for like booty. I be seeing the wildest things.
I be seeing way more death.
I never seen nothing crazy like that, because they go crazy. I never seen nobody like naked on that platform. Like,
what?
You know, like Instagram. On Instagram, bro. Like there's always working and stuff. Like,
it's on there.
They won't blame it wrong, but it'll hit your feed.
Because
the amount of times I've seen stuff where it'll just be like, I have so many chats where it's like this message is no longer available.
Yep.
Because it's somebody that got. And I was like, oh well, awesome.
Dang.
And then
remember I sent you the crazy orange video. You remember
that getting ate up? I was like, what the freak? What the freak?
But yeah,
that'd be crazy.
That's a topic for off of a stream.
Another day. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about some more stuff outside the stream though. We're gonna get into VC and talk some stuff, but you know.
But right now, something more lighthearted.
But so so besides X and the craziness of Twitter, X, and Kick and all that drama, what else is going on with it?
But you know, before I was networking on any platform, you know how I used to network? I used to network through social media. I used to inbox people and ask them like, yo, you're a streamer type stuff, and Instagram and stuff. That was before I even came to Twitch. I used to do that. Some of it worked, some of it didn't. People find my TikToks really entertaining. I had a couple people from TikTok come over there. I was using that as a networking stool. I used to promote myself really well. I didn't used to be like doing the for a whole year when I was on Twitch. I used to a whole 2 years. When every time I was going live, I used to make a video of a snippet of Destiny, Mortal
Mm-hmm.
Kombat and
What's
stuff,
up, Obscure?
and then like a video, and then like at the end it'll say Sosa's on live on Twitch or whatever at the time, and everyone would like that. But that was too time consuming. So I stopped doing that. I did that for like a good 2 years. I used to also, when I end my stream, I used to tag everybody that came in the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, every day. Over 50 something people. I got tired of that. That was time consuming too. And so I stopped doing those things, and I just like stream, enjoy the stream. You might see me take the people person that I hosted or whatever. I was thinking about stop doing that, but it was an instinct yesterday. Was somebody was saying that I never hosted them, and we almost got into it at the end of the stream last night. But um, that's why I kind of keep those pictures. I erased some of them, but then I'm like, oh, hold up now, I did. But some people just, I don't know, man. Like, it's crazy. But the thing is, some people are grateful, some people are not. I just choose when people say stuff like that. I just like fall back from them. I fall back from a lot of people.
Yeah.
Which is
Shoot.
It's easier
understandable.
that way. It's easier
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't get he never hosts me versus, hey man, could you host me? Like,
Yeah.
what
It's
do
a
you-
simple change.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a change. It's not gonna be like life changing, you know. It's just something that like get you, you know, whatever. Like you know, like I was pissed off. Like I was going live today, and you know, I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna host Mr. Payne with this 90 some people," and then the darn thing crashed in the middle of the thing. I was like, "What?" But still, but I guess it works still because you still had like 80 some people. But anyway, but you know, like I've been prepared for this because I was very excited and stuff. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna talk like how I want to talk, you know, the unraw cut
Mm-hmm.
version or whatever here,
Yeah.
because like, not saying that I can't say it, but people, like I said, would always twist their words and stuff. That's just me. I'm the type of person, I treat everyone equal. I don't want nobody uh bashing nobody culture. If it's, you know, something, a word you shouldn't be saying, don't say it to each other race. Don't, like, an Asian person shouldn't be saying this to a Mexican should be saying that to a black person shouldn't be saying that. You know what, anything that can, like, you know what I'm saying, that's like
Be taken the
in the
wrong way.
yeah, take it the wrong way, like racial slurs or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But like but I just talk about that all the time. But Kick biggest problem right now, nobody don't know how to make connections and stuff. And when you know what I'm saying, the thing is, when people make false stuff on you, it's really hard to like it's not really hard to go out there and network person, but you can have people acting like they cool with you and stuff. There's somebody that don't even know that I know they talking trash about me. They don't know,
Mhm.
but they out of here now. I mean, they one of the newest people that's out of here. But you know, I'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, some people really realize they don't grow, whatever, and then some of these people chats don't even move at all. Like, you know, like
Yeah.
it just be crazy. It's like be like, I don't know, man. I try to work on like networking with people and chatting, and, you know. So I'm really humble that I come a long way and stuff, you know, whatever. But like I said, it's I never thought like one of my biggest payouts was this year on Kick in my whole streaming career. My biggest payout ever in my history of all streams for me being on Twitch and
Mhm.
Mixer was on Kick, and I got over 1K that day, and that was a good day. That was on my birthday.
Hey.
I bet.
I'm, ta- I'm talking about
Nice.
over $1,200 over. You know what I'm saying? It was good, good day that day. So I was like, yeah, but you know
Oh
what?
man.
But I'm always don't forget the people who did. And you know what? Actually, I did with five. You know, some of that money, I actually
What's that?
gave $500 that of my to my grandma, and I was like, and I know I just told her to treat herself out, and that was
Awesome,
just
dude.
money I could have did, you know, whatever and stuff. I just say, hey, you know what, you did this for me, and you know, and whatever, blah blah blah, and I just said, hey, have a good time, and I just kept the other rest to myself, you know. I was the type of person, don't forget people that look out for you and do things for you, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I always been like that, you know. Can't forget those people.
All right. Yeah.
Thanks for
I
the
feel
follow,
that.
T-Talks.
That's good. That's good. All righty.
All right.
Now we got
tier
that settled.
list.
Yes, sir. We only got a bunch, but we only got enough time for one because I have to get out soon. But
So I'm about to throw this fish up. I got fried fish tonight.
yeah, for real. So, but this tier list is DreamWorks movies. So I don't know if Jay, you like DreamWorks movies?
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm just guys gotta make sure because there's people that have been like, I don't really watch them. It's like okay,
Nah.
yeah, it's like whatever, bro. So we're gonna start this one up. So we got S, A, B, C, D, and F tiers, and we're gonna go through the entire catalog, which actually is not that big. I actually thought they had a lot more movies than that, but we're gonna start with their first feature release, Ants. It's B tier.
Oh man, Ants is a classic though. Like that's the first cartoon.
I
It made me
think
feel like
it's B tier, 100%. Because the thing, it came out like a couple weeks after A Bug's Life came out. They came out in tangent. So this one, when I first watched it, it was crazy. Like they were dropping damn. They were saying and like you was watching ants getting like melted by like termites. It was crazy work.
wasn't they cussing in that one?
There was.
Yeah. I
They
think
were,
that was the one that
you know, they were getting away with the PG cussing, but still. But it was not a kids movie at all.
No, that wasn't a kids movie. No,
So like when that one ant got fried by the microscope with the little hand, that was crazy. So like, but in general, it's a good time. It's B tier for me at least, I think. So, but
ants.
Yeah, Buzz Life is an S tier. I'm just throwing that
there's
out
S
there.
tier, but
Yeah,
we gonna.
I think I used to like
Yeah,
ants more than A Bug's Life.
Yeah. Ants is up there. It's up there. It's not a C though.
I was gonna go up. I would almost say A.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was gonna say it's up there.
I think I
So
give it an A.
so we putting an A tier.
Yeah.
I give it a B plus.
That's still B tier.
I was just trying to add the plus for an extra boost.
All right, but I already put S tier. Prince of Egypt. Ain't no discussion about it.
Prince of Egypt had a fire soundtrack.
Yeah, Prince of Egypt. Yeah, that singing in that movie was good.
Dude, the story of Moses is one of the GOATs in the fact that they completely just killed it with the animation. The story and the music was so freaking good.
I remember that was on the cassette tape and stuff.
Oh man, yeah, for real.
Yeah.
No, that plague song is top tier. The song that they played when the plagues hit was phenomenal work.
Yeah.
And then an underrated gem, El Dorado. I'm gonna put it in A tier.
A, and I will fight you. It has to be A or
I
higher.
will not allow El Dorado slander in this house.
The road to El Dorado had old girl that made me feel a certain type of way. I ain't gonna lie.
Listen, the amount of awakenings that this movie has done to young men is off the charts. I still to this day see freaking videos about this.
That movie may be the reason I like big booty women with big old lips.
Probably.
Sorry.
Probably.
Sorry, not sorry.
El Dorado?
When they were playing that game with the ball, you had to hit it with your hip to go through the hoop
with the hips. Yeah.
You say that again?
The game with the hips, where they were using the little armadillo dude.
Can you show me a picture real quick? I got a brain fart.
It's hold on. I'll zoom in real quick. Hold on.
But here, let me see.
This one right here, El Dorado with the two dudes, armadillo on the horse.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me make my screen bigger. Hold up.
I'm about to make it bigger too, if it lets me. OBS is tripping a little bit. Yes, I'm kind of locked.
That one.
You never seen it?
I don't remember that one.
Oh,
you
man,
missing
you
out.
missing out.
All right,
You
add
missing
that
out,
to
man.
movie night movies we need to make you watch.
I guess so. I guess
Yeah, I
so.
don't remember that one. Yeah, I
I'll
don't
have to
remember
play
that
that.
one. I
I'm
ain't
about to
gonna
play that
lie.
in Discord, 100%.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't
All
remember that
right.
one.
Well,
Okay,
A tier.
okay.
Yep. All right. But next one, Joseph. I didn't like it. They tried.
Which
They
one?
tried to catch this Joseph,
Joseph.
the Joseph movie,
Yeah, I didn't like that one
because
either.
they
I didn't
tried
really
to
like
catch
that
the
one.
same wind of Prince of Egypt, but man,
Yeah, like
the
a great
budget
value
was
version
lower.
of it.
The budget was
Yeah.
lower. It was not good. I'll put it
Yeah, I
in
didn't
D
really
tier
like
because it
I don't
wasn't the
even think I
worst, but it
watched that
definitely
one.
wasn't exactly. See,
What's the
Yeah, I
lowest we
don't-
Chicken
go?
Run. Chicken Run. I'll give B. Chicken Run. I thought
Yeah.
was cool. It
Chicken
was
Run
fun.
can be a C to me. I don't
Chicken
care
Run.
if it's
Oh,
Skyfall.
Oh yeah. Chicken Run can be. Yeah, Chicken Run was
The
like
soup? It was
C.
all right. Oh,
B.
okay.
Yeah, that wasn't a B movie.
Chicken Run was kind
It
of
just
like,
wasn't. It's like a mid-tier movie.
It is a
yeah.
mid-tier
To me.
movie. Yeah, it
Yeah, it
definitely didn't need a
wasn't. That
sequel either.
wasn't. Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, Shrek. I'll put in A tier because the first
Yeah,
one
Shrek
is
gotta
great.
be. Yeah,
The
Yeah.
first one was great,
the
but
first one's great.
yeah, Spirit also very underrated. I'll put it in B tier.
Where'd you put Shrek?
The A
You
tier.
put Shrek A.
Shrek is
tier.
S tier. Shrek is
Nah,
S
man,
tier.
not the first one. Not the first one.
The
The first one. The first
I'll
one's pretty
put-
good though.
The second one goes in S tier. I'll 100%
Okay,
put
Is that
two
the
in
one with
S
the?
tier.
That's
Okay,
fair.
which one
That's
was the? Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So-
the second one they put
Shrek,
Puss in
no,
Boots, right?
like Shrek 1 is phenomenal. I love Shrek 1. But like I said, like comparatively, 2 is an S tier compared to 1.
I think they're both S tier, but if we're doing one per like franchise,
Yeah.
because
I can't put all of them in
yeah,
one.
because
Yeah.
like Shrek the movie by itself,
It's so
I
fun.
think is really
It's
good.
Yeah,
hilarious.
But-
it is
yeah.
funny though.
But when they did the bloopers and like the sing along
Dude.
tracks, what Eddie
Yeah.
Murphy and Mike Myers was going in, and like
Crazy work.
they just got even better with the second one. So
Yeah.
like
The fact that they had that American Idol
yes,
joke in the second
Yes.
one makes it so much better. A lot of people don't know about it because it's such a hidden. It's so hidden, but it's
I
fun.
almost want to say let's break a rule already and put Shrek 1 and 2 in S tier.
But then we gotta do it with everybody.
You might if you gonna put all. You might
I
put
don't
all
do
of them.
exceptions, man. Either it's a rule
not
change
all
or-
of them. Just Shrek in
No,
1 and
I'm
2.
sorry. Wait,
Just
what's
Shrek 1 and
the
2.
one he had the babies? That's the third one.
That's the third one. We're not there yet
Yeah,
I
because
didn't
this
like
is
that one.
actually
I didn't like
we're
that one.
going
Yeah, I didn't
off
like
like
that
these are based off release dates.
Let me get 1 and 2
So-
in S tier.
All
And
right, okay.
Sonic
Yeah.
says it's also S tier. Everybody else in chat, the Shrek
Everybody
1 and
says it.
2 go in S tier. I think both.
Oh, they
of
probably
them.
will. They probably will.
Yeah.
Now, this one, Sinbad, is a very underrated A tier, I think.
I agree.
Sinbad,
agree.
not a lot of people seen it, but it was
That
so.
can go from A to B to me. So one of them two. I don't see that as S
because
tier.
Sinbad, no, not definitely not S tier, but A tier, like it's definitely A tier. It's an underrated, slept on DreamWorks movie that I wish got more recognition. Because like the movie is so fun. It's such a fun movie, and it still looks good to this day.
It
Same
looks
with Shrek 1 and 2.
Sinbad is a movie that did everything to me right, but I only watch it like, oh look, Sinbad's on, let's watch it. I don't ever go
Yeah.
out of my way
You don't
to
go
like
out of your
look
way
it
to
up
watch it,
to
yeah.
watch it, and I think that
Yeah.
would hold it back. Whereas let's go back to
That's true.
Shrek. I will go out of my way to watch Shrek. I
To
will
watch
look that
Shrek.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
So-
agree. I agree.
If it's not A tier, definitely B tier. But I think the
Yeah.
animation
I'll put it
style.
in A tier.
I think there was some good music in it. It's just been
Mhm.
like forever since I've watched it.
Yeah.
So what did you say you wanted to put Sinbad?
I said between B or
A and B
it's not
tier?
S tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, keep,
All right,
we'll
we can
keep,
leave it at A.
we'll,
We can leave it
we'll
at A.
slide in. We'll slide into B. It's fine.
B.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine.
I'll say B. Yeah, that's
Now.
yeah.
I ain't gonna hold you. I did not like Shark Tale.
Ooh,
No,
I
I
gotta
did
fight
not.
you on that one. It's at least
No,
B.
I
It
didn't
was.
like it.
It's
No, I
B.
wouldn't say it's. I wouldn't say it's that low. Now, I wouldn't.
It's a B.
I mean, it's not that low. It's kind of. It has some punches.
Shark,
B?
Shark
that's a
Tale
C
has some
movie.
funny stuff for me. I ain't
Yeah,
even
it
gonna
has
lie.
some funny stuff in there, though. I ain't gonna lie,
Nah.
but I
I'll
wouldn't say
compromise.
that
I'll put it
low.
in C tier, but I did not
What?
care for this
You
movie.
didn't- Come
I didn't know.
on.
I ain't
No,
gonna say I
I
didn't
didn't-
like it.
I didn't
I
find it
wouldn't say
funny.
it was that low, though.
You gotta at
Give
least
it a
go
B.
B.
Yeah, you gotta get Shark Tales a B.
You gotta be a
It
B.
was pretty decent. Yeah,
You gotta give it a B. It gotta be a
Okay,
B.
okay, I got outvoted. That's fine. I'm putting in B tier, but I definitely did not like the movie.
Yeah. Oh man.
Nope.
The
But
Rasta
Madagascar, S
jellyfish,
tier.
exactly.
Yeah, that's an S
Which
tier.
one?
Ain't no
Which
way.
one?
Madagascar, the
Which
first
one?
one is S tier.
First one.
All right, yeah, I'll give you the first one. I'll give you the first one.
Yeah, that's an easy one. Wallace and Gromit, the Were Rabbit.
That's like
Yeah, I
C
thought it was
tier.
good. I'm putting in B
yeah.
tier.
Yeah, that's B.
I'll let you have
That's
B.
that's at least a B
I
tier.
probably would have put it as C.
Yeah. No, over the hedge is an A tier. Over the hedge is mad funny.
Yeah.
I say that's an S tier.
You say
You
it's an
say
S tier?
over the hedge
I
is
like
S?
Over the Hedge. I like
don't
Over
think
the
it's
Hedge better than
S?
NASCAR though.
Ain't no way
Yeah.
you said you like it more than a Madagascar. You like it more than Madagascar?
Yeah. I
Boy,
can watch that. I watched it like
man.
20 times. That's an S tier right there. That's a classic.
I
They
would
be,
say
every time I watch
that.
that movie, they made me want to eat some snacks. They was on a mission.
I'll give you that. I'll give you
No,
that. It did make me want snacks.
Hammy itself is the reason why this movie is as high as it is. If Hammy wasn't a character, it would have been easily been a C tier.
Oh man.
But like, I wouldn't say S because I
But
definitely
S
popped on
tier?
Madagascar way before Over the Edge.
I don't know. That's just me. But that's still
I
up there.
guess
As long
so.
as it's an A. If it was a B, I had to fight you. All right. But it's an A right there.
Ooh. What's up, Sandy?
But-
What's up, T-Tox?
Yeah.
T-Tox said that's
Flushed Away,
crazy.
I didn't care too much about it.
Flushed Away can be a D tier.
Flush
D
away.
tier?
That's what the rat they try to find
Yeah.
his way back in the tour.
Yeah.
That's
a D tier. I'll put it in D tier. I didn't
I
care for it
think
either.
I've watched Flushed Away like twice, and each time I was like, "What is this?"
I just
for?
never thought it was funny. Nope.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that
just.
like toilet water and everything.
I don't think that
Shrek
was
the
the
third.
movie.
We're putting that in E.
Yeah,
We putting what in E?
Shrek the third is E.
Oh yeah, that's E. Yeah. I'm
Did
surprised
not
you
care
ain't put
for
that
it.
over.
Dude, it
I
was
think the
bad.
only good thing about that one was what? No, that wasn't even the third, was it? I was gonna say
That
the
wasn't
Do the
even third one.
Roar.
Nope, it was not.
That was the fourth one, I think.
Now the B movie.
That's a B.
The B movie,
okay.
B or
Alright.
higher.
That's a B. Yeah, that gotta go
No.
higher than. That
The
make you
B
want to eat
movie
honey.
is the reason we got a lot of memes today.
Yeah.
Dude, no, but that's the
It
thing
was
though. Like,
it's
as
a B.
dude, no, man.
That was a good
Yeah.
It was
movie,
like
though.
this.
Nah,
That's,
No, I mean, okay.
that's
All
not
right, to be
a.
fair,
That's
no, it's
not a
mad
queen
quotable, though.
bee. That's a drag bee.
Oh yeah, it's a
yeah,
trip.
that was good.
They had
Ladies
that
and
bee as a drag queen.
Dude, yeah. No, honestly, no. The memes that this movie has absolutely spawned it should be studied
Yes.
because there's no reason that this movie should have been as funny and still holds up to this day in the meme factory as it is.
Yep.
Because like, nah, for real though, like the whole course sequences are so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was like, well, let's hear him talk. And he goes, blah, 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 blah. No, I'm just joking. No, that was hilarious.
That was funny.
No, that was mad funny. Yep. And then you had John Goodman being the lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies
Ray
and
Liotta.
gentlemen of the jury. Yeah, it's so dumb. It's so dumb.
I would
Kung
say
Fu
B
Panda,
movie has to
for
be
the
an
first
A or
one, an
higher.
A tier.
Yeah, that's an A.
Kung
You know
Fu Panda,
what?
the first one, is a fantastic start
You know what?
of the
Wait,
movie.
is that the one he probably the
You-
leopard the first time?
That's
Yeah.
that's the snow leopard.
You-
Yeah, that's the one. Yep.
You know, A tier might be right. I almost want to
No,
say
A tier.
S because I
S tier,
still
almost
say
C.
skadoosh. I still say skadoosh
But
today.
but see, A tier is
It-
still within that realm. You can be
Yeah.
an A tier movie and still quote it.
True.
Which matter of fact, I'm putting that up there since the whole B movie is going to go into A tier because it's such a
Yeah.
quotable movie. That's fair.
Yeah,
A seems right.
Madagascar 2, I didn't care for it. It's going
I
to
didn't
D.
care for it either. Yeah, I didn't care for it.
Monsters and Aliens,
That's the B tier.
it had
B
its
tier.
moments,
B
but
or
I never
higher.
really.
B or
Yeah,
higher.
I'm putting it in B.
And the
That's a
only
B
reason there was a lot of dry
It's
parts, but there was a lot
Yeah.
of hilarious as shit parts. So
Bro,
like,
you saw they kept getting
What-
close to her butt and stuff. They knew what they was doing.
yeah.
They
When,
knew what they was doing. They covered her in that stuff, bro. Yeah, there was a lot of like.
No, there was a lot of jokes. Yeah.
when he was like,
Bro,
"What's
that
your
was
monster name?" And she was like, "Susan." It was Susan.
Susan.
Bro,
I may
still
not
do
have a
that.
brain, but I got an idea, gentlemen. Yeah.
And then the commander, I still say this one too. Was
Warmonger?
like, "Look,
Yeah.
if I'm not here by 3 o'clock, either I'm late or I'm dead." And then like later on in the movie, oh God, it's 3:00. Where's he at? He's not here. That means he's dead. Or he's late.
Dude,
He could be
or he's
late.
late. No, honestly, no. The whole Pentagon sequences be funny. It's like, what kind of idiot put a coffee machine next to the nukes? You did, sir. Fair enough.
And the code to
scream every
activate
time?
it
Dude.
was the freaking Herbie Hancock. The dun 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 dun.
Dude, yeah, it's so dumb.
That man was going in.
Dude, he was.
Man.
He's like, I went down as a brave president. And he just shot. He was like, there's a lot of bullets. It's so. Try to Train Your Dragon. First one goes in A tier. I think it was a good movie.
Yeah.
It was a good start to the movie. Spawned a franchise, but
The second
Shrek
one.
Forever After, putting that in F tier.
Wait, what was that one?
Shrek Forever After.
Yeah,
With
nah.
Rumpelstiltskin's going to F tier. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Megamind, I'm putting it in B tier. That had its moments.
Hey,
Mega Man was good.
A tier.
A tier. Really?
Yeah. I still say Arachnus Deficus.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then the meme of the and I love
Oh,
you,
yeah.
random citizen.
Oh yeah.
And I love you too, random citizen. No, I am your father. It's so dumb. He's like, oh yeah, well, what's the difference?
Monstrosity.
Presentation. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, that's fair. Kung Fu Panda 2 is going to S tier. I don't want to hear it from nobody else.
Agree.
Yeah.
Second, Kung Fu Panda wipes the floor with the first, third. I don't even recognize the fourth. But Puss in Boots, the first one, wasn't very good. I put it in D tier. I didn't like it.
Put it in C. Put it in C.
You think C?
Yeah.
Okay.
There were some nice
Yeah,
action
yeah,
sequences.
Okay. Yeah, but Madagascar 3 actually wasn't that bad. I'll put
Is
it in
that the
B
one
tier.
with the circus animals?
Yeah, that's the circus one.
Yeah, that's a B tier.
I'd probably
I think
put
it was
that in
B tier.
C. I'm cool with y'all putting in B.
B.
Yeah.
But
Rise
I
of
only
the
like
Guardians.
the first two.
A tier.
Rise
What
of
movie
the
is that?
Guardians.
Yes. Is a slept on DreamWorks movie. It is about Jack Frost and how
Yeah.
all of the the holidays are people. So you have Santa Claus, you have the Easter Bunny, and they're trying to fight the Boogeyman.
Yeah.
And it's so good.
okay.
It's such a fantastic movie. If you haven't
I'd
seen it, go
almost
watch
say
it.
B tier, but I'm cool with A tier, but I'd probably put it in B if it was me.
Yeah. The Croods.
So you ain't seen it?
I didn't care for it. But I'll put it in B.
What is that
Because
one?
I know that the memes came from these. What?
So what is that one?
The Croods.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
don't really care for that. Yeah. It's been a
Yeah.
while since I've seen it, but I didn't really care for that movie.
It was,
Turbo sucked. I'm putting it in D.
oh,
yeah,
No.
I didn't really like Turbo either.
C.
Mhm.
Put in C.
But I say it's a C though. I wouldn't say
Alright.
C.
Okay, I'll compromise for C.
There was some good visuals. I liked the Snoop Dogg snail and the Samuel L. Jackson snail.
Oh, okay, that's why.
But besides
why.
that, it was kind of meh.
Yeah, Mr. Peabody also C. It wasn't the best,
Yeah.
but it wasn't also the worst.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
Yep. Training Dragon 2, S tier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Dragon 2.
they were
Dude,
ballsy
That whole
enough to
revelation, dude.
kill a
That whole
parent in the
revelation with his
movie.
family was fantastic.
I'm like, or not even kill a parent, but chop his fucking foot off in that one, I think.
Dude, he lost his foot.
Yeah.
It's, dude. Yeah,
I
the
was like,
second one was-
bro, ain't this a kids movie? You gotta do an amputation?
Oh, yeah.
But
The
yeah.
Penguins movie, I didn't care for it. It's in C tier.
Wait, the penguins.
It's not
had a
the
movie?
worst.
I don't even
Yeah,
know.
the Penguins of Madagascar. It was an
I
offshoot. It
did
wasn't all that
see
good.
it. Yeah, it felt like a
Crazy. I
special.
enjoyed the TV.
The TV
One
series
on-
wasn't bad.
It's better than the movie. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's
Home, I didn't
yeah.
care for it. It's an E tier. It's not good.
Move it up one, just one.
All right, fair enough.
I wouldn't move
Kung
it
Fu
further.
Panda
than that.
3, I didn't care for it as much as the second one, but it was still
What's the
serviceable. I'll
third
put
one?
it in B tier.
What's the third one?
The third one was where it's Spirit, where Uguay's friend comes back with and he finally finds his Poe's parents or his dad. Mostly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where it's the bull and he takes people's souls.
Yeah. because that'd be
So-
confusing them sometimes. And like,
Yeah. Trolls had its moments, but it wasn't for me. But I'll put it in C tier.
No, that's not for me either. I'm sorry. I would have put that at
So-
like a lower.
Yeah,
but
our
Well, like
little
a-
girls
what a-
liked it.
Yeah,
But,
like D tier.
yeah,
Yeah. Boss Baby, I didn't. It had its moments too. It's C tier.
C's right.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah.
Yep. Captain Underpants movie, I watched it. Kind of forgot.
I used to
C
read
tier.
the books, but
Yeah, read the
Yeah.
books. Yeah.
The books, yeah, but I
The books
I
were funny.
didn't care for the movie.
yeah,
And How to Train Your Dragon 3 is an A tier, I think.
yeah, that's when his mama come back,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah,
The Abominable, I didn't watch it, so
I didn't
it's
watch
going to
that
be tier.
one.
I didn't watch that one. Yeah.
Trolls World Tour, I didn't watch either, so
What is that
let me
one?
put that in. That's
What
the
is that one?
Trolls World Tour.
Oh,
No, yeah, I didn't watch that either.
yeah,
I
that's
didn't watch
about the
it,
right
so-
spot. I saw bits and
Crudes.
pieces.
Crudes 2, I didn't watch either, so I'm putting it in D tier.
I watched both Crudes, and
Yeah.
they just okay.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
D
I
tier.
didn't watch
They're
it.
D tier.
That's something like I'm not interested in.
Yeah. Then the Spirit, this terrible freaking sequel was trash.
Yeah,
That's what
Spirit
you
was
need to-
like, it was
Spirit,
like
the first one was good. I didn't. I thought the first one was good. I put it
I
in
didn't
D
even know
tier,
they
but
made a
this- the
sequel.
next-
That's
exactly,
wild.
exactly.
I didn't
I
even
know
know.
they
I
made
thought it
a
was just one.
series. The series where it's
Yeah.
like the great fucking
Yeah, whatever.
ancestor
Yeah.
of the original horse, and they try
Boss
and win
Baby
competition.
2, I think, was also buns. Putting that in F tier.
Yeah, that movie was
The
kind of
Bad Guys was actually really good. I'm putting that in A tier.
S.
Oh, that's fair. S tier. Bad Guys was S tier.
It's
It's a
something
fantastic
about
movie.
it that I can just watch it over and over and over. I can't really
Oh, yeah.
explain it, but if y'all have not watched The Bad Guys yet, you should,
It's on Netflix.
because they
Go
have a
watch it.
sequel coming out. They took it off
Mhm.
Netflix. It's on.
They did?
Yeah, it's on. I think Paramount now. 'Cause,
Oh,
DJ
man.
watches it a
Okay.
lot as well.
All right, Puss in Boots, Last Wish, S tier.
Yes,
What's an
I
S
agree.
tier?
Death, Puss in Boots,
Puss in
Last
Boots
Wish.
Last Wish.
Death, the character is probably one of the best characters ever
Mm-hmm.
in all
With
of
that
media. I
whistle.
love that character. Yeah, that whistle was iconic, man.
Mhm.
This Teenage Kraken, ass.
Give it a
See, you can't.
up
see,
one, just up one.
All right, it's still yeah, it's
Because
still
it
not good.
wasn't trash, but it wasn't like my
It
cup
wasn't.
of tea.
No. Trolls 3, didn't watch it. Going
Nah.
to E.
Didn't watch it. Yeah, I didn't
Nah.
watch it.
Orion in the Dark. I have never heard of this, so it's going to E tier.
I have. It's not bad. It's about a kid who's scared of the dark and he tells stories, and then like this night creature thing takes him on a journey type thing. It's not bad.
Okay.
I would almost say a C. It's kind of like Inside Out, but it's so there's
Okay, I
someone
get
that
you.
brings the sun, and then there's someone that brings the night. There's someone who brings you your dreams, and there's someone who
Mhm.
like helps keep you sleep. There's all these people. Things are like creatures or whatever. So it wasn't bad,
Right.
but
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Kung Fu Panda 4, I didn't care for it. Is D.
I
They
forget
should
what
never-
happened in 4.
Exactly. They should never have made this. They should have kept it at 3, and that's it.
So
Yeah, I remember having
I really like everybody in it except for Aquafina, and
So
because
does
of
everyone
her,
else.
move it down one.
Fair enough. I will allow Aquafina.
It just seems so dumb to
it's
like.
forced. It's so forced.
Yeah.
It's
and
such
so-
a forced movie.
So Poe is supposed to be the Dragon Warrior, and the Dragon Warrior you would expect to be around for a while, and they're making
Yeah, but
it
he's
seem
not.
like they're trying to find his
Yeah.
replacement already. And it's like, bro, like Poe would be like
It's
what
not been
in
that
his
long.
20s, 30s?
But wait,
Yeah, he's only
didn't the
it's
Snow
only-
Leopard came out to life and one to
Yeah, they did.
All
They
the
tried to.
villains came back. in
Yeah, all the
last
villains
one.
came back,
Yeah.
but
oh
it wasn't that good, man. I didn't care for it.
Yeah,
it was,
it just
it was the whole passing of the mantle, but it was way too early.
if they would have had Poe fight all of his previous villains to show how far he came, would have been a way better movie. Way better.
Yeah,
But they were trying to shoehorn in like just nonsense, and it's, nah.
Because the reason why the first 3 work is because they are they tackle body, mind, and spirit.
Yeah.
Because the first one is body, because he ends up having to fight what's his name? What's his name again?
Leopard.
The snow leopard. Yeah, because that was a physical fight. So he had to fight him physically. The second one is great because it's mind. He had to get over his abandonment and killing of his village to beat him. So he had to be at calm with himself. The third one was about spirit because he had to spiritually like deal with him being a dragon war. It was great. Body, mind, and spirit. This has no place in any of those.
Yeah.
So I didn't care. It's stupid.
He's supposed to be like a teacher or whatever, and just
it's not. No, the Wild Robot. Not a lot of people have seen.
I have not seen that yet. It's on my watch list.
It's so good.
You put that at S tier?
Yeah, it's once you watch it, you'll know why. It's a fantastic movie. I'll put it as tier. Dogman, I didn't watch it, but
that
I'm
one
pretty
literally
sure it's
just came out. That's the same Captain Underpants series.
I'll have to fight y'all. I have to put like over the hedge on the S tier.
No. Oh,
you want to put over the head?
It's an A tier. It's still top tier.
I know, but I need it at the top.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, if Dre says S tier, then okay, fine. I'll get out of it, but that's fine.
It's not bad. It has some quotable things. It just, I don't think there was like any music or anything like that like really takes it above.
It wasn't really singing. Yeah, it was funny because like it was like
it was funny because of one character.
Well,
okay. To be fair,
turtle, raccoon, and bear.
The turtle, the turtle, raccoon,
those were like the main.
But I also gotta give the exterminator his due because that was funny when he just can smell stuff. He was like skunk, porcupine, squirrel. Oh, amphibian, reptile. No, reptile. Like, that's so dumb.
I want a cookie. He said he went through the cookie. He said, I want a cookie.
No, when he finally gets the soda and like the time freezes because he's so hyped up. That was a good one. But it's still A tier. It's still good. It's still good. But,
all right, everybody in the chat, do y'all agree with this list?
Yeah, this is a valid DreamWorks tier list right here. I think
we could do these like every, we can start doing these. It'd be cool.
Oh, man.
Whew. Man. All right, we are about 2 hours and 47 minutes in. This would be episode 1 of the Broken and the Bold podcast. Sosa, I want you to tell them where they can find you, what you got going on, and anything else.
I'm on Kick right now because I got a crazy active channel. Know what I'm saying? I can't do the most for streaming like that. So if I do the most for streaming like that, they're going to cut in my paycheck on Kick Partner. And we want 100%. We don't want 50%. You heard?
I heard they changed that. No, they said you can multi-stream now.
Yeah, they changed it where we can stream on most of the platforms. We just get a cut. They'll cut our paycheck for Kick Partner. And it ain't like it's like we getting paid barely minimum wage type stuff.
Hey, Scooby, thanks for that follow.
But we up there on the but also for my TikTok, I do a lot of people don't know this, but on my TikTok, I do food reviews. I haven't did one in a while. Actually, I'm going to try to get some plans in the summer. I'm going to try to meet the guy that's in North Carolina to make ice cream from scratch, not the stuff that's in the stores, stuff that's really good for your gut. I tried a Japanese ice cream last year for the first time by his company. You
tried the Dubai coffee?
Company. No, I hate.
Or the Dubai chocolate or whatever that's running the muck right now.
I hate coffee. I really do. I talk so trash about so much like coffee all the time. Like it don't make sense. Everybody in my channel like coffee. It doesn't make no sense. It doesn't make no sense though. But yeah. But we stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you guys. 12. We go hard on Fridays, you know what I'm saying? We go like a long time on Fridays. Sometimes we might do a Saturday, depends what we do, but I like my 3 days and stuff,
Yeah.
I don't be trying to drain myself out and stuff. People out here streaming like 6 days without taking no baths. So I ain't trying to get to that. So yeah, make sure y'all hydrate and stuff. Get your water and all that.
Cool. All right, awesome. Dre, you
And
want to do your exit?
I was gonna say the masked madman, friend of mine since at least 2012, 2013. Where can they find you? Just in the Discord channels for now?
Honestly, yeah, I don't stream yet. This might be the start of something. Who knows? I'm lazy, man. I really don't. I don't like given the whole the fact that the internet is just a cesspool of stupid ass people, and given what Jay's going through and everybody, it's just a lot of things that I hear that just I don't need to deal with.
Yeah.
But given if because I'm not if I start streaming, I'm not doing game stuff. I'm probably just going to do like this type of stuff where I'll just be talking to people and doing community-based things and stuff. But who knows? I mean, it might happen sooner or later. I might not, but this is probably going to be like the main source of where I just kind of just chill out and just talk about things that I like to talk about. But who knows? Who knows?
Right.
Mostly just a Discord and Jay's and Mr. Payne's and so on and so forth. But yeah, I just be lurking, dog. I don't do this shit yet.
But yeah, so I'm thinking we might do this every other week, give or take. We might have different special guests every week. Maybe we try and keep Sosa along, depending on how busy he is, because y'all know he normally don't be streaming on Saturday, but he made a
I don't
special.
stream on Saturday unless I want some extra chatter.
Yeah, he decided to bless us with his presence.
With his presence, yeah, man.
I think we tackled a lot of stuff today. If y'all haven't already, join my Discord or Sosa's Discord, and we'll run into each other. I appreciate. Right. I appreciate all of y'all for being here. Man, this was a good first episode. I know some of y'all saw me doing some little edits here and there because some things started messing up. But if y'all know anything about Mr. Payne, I can adjust on the fly. Yep. But this is the first time I've hosted a podcast, and pretty sure this one went pretty well.
No, yeah, great. The layout is fantastic.
The
layout. They gotta get to see me how to do some stuff like that. You got me wanna.
If y'all wanna shoot me like some whatever, any negative, any positive, any this is what you like, this is what you didn't like, just shoot it my way. I take all comments and all that stuff to the heart, like and I won't take it personally. Like the more I do it, the better it'll get. The more we do these, the better we get. So I'm just looking forward to it. I feel like I learned a little bit more about some people's, and we got a nice little tier list going, and we're gonna do some more of these.
We got a bunch more. Yep.
I know Sonic said he wanted to see if he could do a guest spot as well, but it was like right in the middle of Sosa explaining some stuff, so I couldn't really pull him in. And then I started getting locked out of some things, but we'll probably stick to about 3 or 4 people per show.
Yeah. No more than that, because then people start talking over each other and it gets too much. Yeah, that's too much work.
Yeah, but, 3 to 4 is good.
Yeah. But I appreciate all of y'all. We gonna wrap it up. Until 2 weeks from now, which should be May 31st, 6:30 most likely as well. I like the 6:30 time. It's late enough and early enough that we can hit a bunch of people, time zones and all that. But with all that being said, hope you all have a good night. Sleep tight, keep your butthole tight, and we'll see you next time.
You about to play some games, or you about to end?
I'm going to end this so my recording stops and we can actually upload this up to YouTube, and then I'm gonna start up my regular stream like right after. I think I don't know what game we're gonna jump into yet. I know Gray Zone was kind of calling my name, but we also got Arc Knights that I usually play a lot, and then some RP, but we'll have to see what everybody else is playing, because I'd rather play with the active community versus trying to jump into a random thing. So
I was about to say, who we hosting?
Who are we hosting indeed, sir?
Pearl's live right now, or
Okay, there's not a lot of people that I'm
You said
following
Pearl?
that are.
well, I know she's one of them. Yeah, she's out right now, and
All right, let's host the
can't
Pearl.
think of it. Yeah, let's host the Pearl. So, when you gonna play Marvels after you start your regular stream up? Y'all playing Marvels?
Maybe. I'm not sure just yet.
Okay, I'm gonna probably eat,
Are you about
and
to?
then we're gonna boogie. You know,
Is it still just Pearl out loud?
yeah.
Because I'm having to type it in. Because kick.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Ooh, I don't even think that worked. But
all right, y'all. We gotta
anyways,
go and
yep. I'll see all y'all next time. Appreciate you being here, but we got to go.
We got to go.
That was a good first episode, man. That was good.
Yes, sir.
Very,
Oh man.
very, very fly.
Oh, man.
Very fly, very fly.
All right.
Here we go. Dude, don't tell me Kick is having issues again. There we go. Start the host. I was about to be like, come on. Y'all got one job.
I'm out. You got one job. Mine's got disconnected. Now I'm like, what the freak?
Oh, that's funny.
Uh,
But all right, I gotta go hang out with the fam. But I
I
will.
want to eat, then I'm gonna come back.
I'll catch y'all later. Dre, how long you gonna be on? Because I might hop on with Gray Zone with you.
Probably all night.
Say that again.
Awesome.
So
Even
when
better.
you're running, you know how when you like aim in,
All right, Jay. Thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate you.
run.
No problem, no problem. I'll see y'all later.
All right,
All right,
y'all stay
fam.
black.
Yep.
All
We'll
right.
see you.
I'll be in the VC later.
Peace.
Avoid that player.
All right.
I haven't been running to that many. Well, a couple, but not as much.
They're kind of hard to come.
Okay, now we're gonna raid out to there.
I missed the storm Thor came up though.
Oh yeah.
The extras app.
That's already pretty good for a while.
The Torch Storm team up is pretty gross too.
I just don't see it. I saw it for the first time. I saw somebody pick Journey, and I was like, hold up, we're gonna get storm. When I say it was wild, all the fire tornadoes, and then my big tornado, the fire.